Luka Doncic. I repeat, Luka Doncic made his Hollywood debut yesterday. Yesterday, next to LeBron James with the Los Angeles Lakers, and it was a sight to behold. So we're going to talk about all of this, how the game went, how the fit looked, and what we now expect from the Lakers moving forward now that we've seen it firsthand with our own two eyes. If you missed it last night, go back and watch the highlights, go back and watch the game. But it was amazing. Right, Chill?
Absolutely, it was. Luka looked like Luka. He did. I think we forget Luka hasn't played in 6 weeks. It wasn't like he got traded from Dallas and he was in the lineup the entire time. He hasn't played in a month and a half. So to your point, Ron, he's been a little rusty, sure, and he needs some time to get acclimated to what's going on, but he looked like Luka. He did. He looks like Luka, and it's gonna take some time for him to get just back in the flow of being Luka. But I like what's going on. The guy that I feel like benefits from this the most, I love Austin Reeves with both of them on the floor. I do. I love Austin Reeves with them on the floor because Austin Reeves just gives me this energy that, all I got to do is knock down open shots, get to the rim when it's necessary, and stay protected on defense, and I think that I'll be just fine. I will be. I felt like he was forcing some of the stuff to not necessarily fit in with Luka, but to make it work early to get Luka comfortable. But I don't think this is anything different from James. I mean, James has been turning the ball over all season long, but I don't see this whole off-ball issue between both James and Luka because, Luka played off the ball with Kyrie Irving. He's playing off the ball with James. James played off the ball with Kyrie Irving also. And another one of the guys that I think is going to benefit a lot from this is Jackson Hayes. So I think they're going to be just fine, Ron. I do.
I think Ox hit the nail on the head yesterday when he said if Jackson is on that court, he's going to look amazing. And this might prolong his future. This might make his next contract even bigger than what it was going to be.
Yeah.
The game starts. Brown come through the middle. Throw the ball up to the hoop. Jackson Hayes, go catch it and slam it through with two hands. The very next play, Luka Doncic penetrates, gets to the paint, throws the ball up. Once again, Jackson Hayes catches it with two hands. Back-to-back alley-oops to start the game. Yo, I was running around my living room like a little kid.
Ron, you think that was by design, or
no,
do you think that was just instinct?
That's one of the greatest playmakers of all time. Playing next to another one of the greatest playmakers of all time, playing next to a very good lob threat. And they just did what they do best. They both you couldn't Chill, you can't script something like that. Like even Hollywood couldn't script a start like that. And I think it more so is the reason why it's beautiful to me is because obviously these two dudes can fill up the stat sheet in terms of scoring. Like they can put the ball in the hoop. But like one thing that they do at an elite level is pass that rock. And to come and see, like, it would have been cool, like, let's say Luka came out and hit a three first and then Bron came and got a dunk. It would have been like, oh, okay, Luka and Bron's here. I like the fact that they started out their tenure with two back-to-back oops. That just shows, like, y'all got to focus on us so much that the rest of these guys is going to get off. And Jackson Hayes looks competent next to those two. Mars, what's your thoughts on this? Yesterday's game. Luka's debut.
It was all right. I mean, I stopped watching at like the end of the third, I think, maybe. It was a blowout, like anticipated. I don't think Luka was that great. I think he looked solid. Yeah, it was an all right game. Luka
was it because of Utah?
Yeah.
Was it because it's Utah? Is that what it was more than anything?
Was what because it's Utah?
Well, Luka. Like, do you think you'd got a different performance if they would have seen, let's say, the Clippers, or let's say they would have seen Minnesota? Do you think you would have got a different performance?
I think we would have got a different performance if Luka hit some threes. Like, just I said, he's either gonna have a high scoring game because he's gonna make a lot of threes, or he's gonna miss his threes. Which is, I mean, I'm not really surprised. I mean, he hasn't played in, what'd you say, 6 weeks. So like, he looked all right. Defensively, he competed. I'm
Love
not
what I seen
gonna.
from Luka on defense.
Yeah, I'm not going to fall for the gimmick. Like anytime a player joins a new team, they start playing defense for like 4 weeks, and it's like, oh my god, and then
Chill
they
out.
revert back to themselves. I'm not going to fall for that and be like, oh, Luka, he's going to be a great defender this year. Like I'm not going to do all that. But like he looked competitive on defense.
Yep.
Him and LeBron, like you could see they were making a conscious decision to try and find each other, especially in transition. Rui was getting some of the cleanest looks he's ever got. Some looks were so clean, I don't think he expected to get the ball. But that just comes with time when you have guys who see the floor like LeBron and Luka do. The looks they're going to get are going to be as easy as humanly possible.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm not like, the game wasn't anything crazy. It wasn't like, oh my God, Luka Doncic, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was cool. The biggest positive is he actually finished the game. Like, he got through the game fully healthy. The guy who he was traded for didn't. So, like, that's the positive. But in terms of, like, how Luka looked, he didn't look like Luka Doncic, superstar, top 5 player Luka. But he looked cool. So
I didn't really see much, to be honest with you, Mars. I didn't really see much different from Luka. I mean, Luka is a high volume shot taker. I mean, from the long ball line, he's not wildly efficient, right? He's not one of those guys. I still think he's the best scorer in the game. He just looked a little rusty, but for the most part, he looked like Luka. He looked like the guy when he got the ball, he had his head up, looking for guys in transition. He looked like when he got the ball in the half court, he was prepared to get guys buckets. He was handling the basketball a lot, like he always does. I just feel like as time goes on, he's just going to work himself more into the flow of what they're doing. And I don't really feel like him and James are going to step on each other. I thought JJ Redick, he did something, and it's against the Jazz. So I think it works against Utah that it doesn't work against other teams where, you know, Rui picked up his third foul with like 10 minutes left in the second quarter, and he left him on the floor. He can't get away with that with him playing against Minnesota or Oklahoma City. And Rui picks up his fourth foul, but he left him out there. And I thought that was interesting with him experimenting with Rui like that. Because, you know, coaches, they have to trust their players. 100% they do. Coaches have to trust their players to not foul. But offensively, like you talked about, Ron, with Jackson Hayes, I think Rui is another guy who's going to benefit from playing with both James and Luka off the strength of how much he runs and gets out in transition. I love that about him, no doubt.
Yeah, all these guys is going to benefit. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard what Dorian Finney-Smith said about playing with LeBron. He was like, because remember previously he played with Luka in Dallas. He said they asked him what he's most excited for with playing with LeBron. He was like, I'm going to start getting open corner threes now again. It was like he was basically saying that was the best point of his career where he was playing with Luka and getting open shots.
Yep.
Now, not only is he getting open shots from Bron, he's getting open shots from Luka, and that goes with everybody. You seen Austin Reeves got open shots last night. Rui got open shots last night. Dorian Finney-Smith got open shots. Gabe Vincent, even the kid Jamal Goodwin who came in and was balling, he got open shots. Like
Jordan.
And by the way, Ron, you might have to start talking about Gabe Vincent different, Ron. Talk to me nice, man. Okay, you was wild on me a little while ago, but you know he's starting to turn it around. He's knocking down open shots. He's taking better care of the basketball. He looks better in rotation. You might have to start talking to me nice, Ron.
Post All-Star game, if he keeps this up, I'll switch my tool.
Because you was real critical of him, like, yo, we got to go get Bronny out the G League. He can be better in our rotation than Gabe Vincent. You was out on him.
Nah, I definitely was.
He was 100% out on him. So.
But this whole team though, and obviously they're probably not gonna shoot this good every night, but like if they knocking down shots like that, I don't see how you stop them.
Ox, you said to me,
go ahead.
I apologize, Ron. Ox, you had said to me about Alex Len when he was in Sacramento. He's like, I wish Alex Len was a little bit better. Have you ever seen a guy on another team where you like, I wish he was playing for somebody else because he's really good? Because that's how I feel about Lauri Markkanen. When I watch Lauri Markkanen, I'm like, man, I really wish he could play for somebody else. Because I feel like he's getting wasted over there in Utah. I do.
I feel you on that, child. I wish Lauri was with Steph and Jimmy right now.
Man, I won't even go as far as just the Warriors, but that'd be dope too. But I just feel like if he was on a better crew, how much more he could be maximized. Like he's a baller on every level. Crack the long ball, great in transition, great one-on-one player. He could stand a rebound a little bit more for me as a 7-footer. I don't predict like that about him, but I think that a lot of the skill set that he has, it could get enhanced if he was running with a better crew, man. I do.
And thing with Laurie too, he tries to play defense. You know what I'm saying? You see him try. Yeah, he competes on the defensive end. You know, that's a plus, definitely. Ron, when I was getting my on the computer and getting everything together, I was just really hoping that y'all wasn't gonna try to make me come up here and hype what I seen last night. Like I was just like, I hope we don't gotta act like we don't have to pretend like we was impressed last night, do we?
No,
I was impressed.
Okay.
Y'all might not be.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
Fox, I'm with you. It was of all the debuts you've seen, Jimmy's was better, AD's was better. Like
I'm not talking about. See, y'all just focus on Luka. I'm talking.
Who else supposed to be focused on, Ron? Who else?
For sure.
The title of the show.
The Lakers.
Hold
on, let me finish. Let me finish before it's too late. Let me finish before it's too late, and people just say I'm hating. Let me finish before it's too late because
you are about to start hating.
Maybe so. Maybe
right,
so.
I
guess.
you
probably right, bro. I'm just saying, like, I just don't want to have to pretend like what I seen last night was something spectacular. I mean, LeBron, I am impressed with how good LeBron James still is.
Damn, Ox.
You know what I mean? Like, boy. I am still impressed with the fact that he can stand at the top of the key and really not make a bunch of shifty moves and just blow by people still. It's really crazy to me. But I don't know. Maybe it was just because it was the Jazz. It was a little lackluster. But, I mean, Luka Doncic is still Luka Doncic. It's just that, you know, he's coming off an injury and whatnot.
Excuse me.
You know, and I don't want to compare debuts, Ron, but we kind of have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, AD looked a lot better than Luka did.
We 100% did.
Well, let me ask you this.
Once again, I'm looking at the unit, and I know they played two different teams too. I was just looking at the fluidity. It looked seamless. And they was out there playing basketball, moving the ball, cutting. That's what I was focusing on.
I think we can expect that.
How potent the offense looked.
I think we can expect that.
And defensively, they looked all right. And I know it's the Jazz, but
yeah, but all right, come on, bro. And on defense, they really didn't look that great. I mean, they
in the first half, yeah.
It was in
the first half, they blew in the third quarter.
They blew them out. Run. But they didn't blow them out because they was playing defense. You know what I mean? But either way, with Luka and Bron out there, if everybody else isn't just standing around watching, like if we can make sure that Rui, DFS, even Vando is cutting, Jackson Hayes is got his hands up looking towards the rim. Austin Reeves is ready to shoot. Dalton Connect ready to shoot. Everybody just ready to move and move the ball quick. You could expect there to be some good ball movement. I mean, Bron and Luka are two of the best passers in the NBA. You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, just high IQ basketball players as far as knowing what's going to happen on the offense and dictating the offense. Stuff like that. So I can expect them to look like that. I do think that if they were playing a better team, they might have looked better. You know what I mean? So, well, they didn't look bad last night. I don't want to act like they did, but I also not going to come up here and be like, oh my God, Luka Doncic and LeBron James. It was the best show on television. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
That's what I was about to ask you, Ox, because when you brought up like we didn't see anything special. To your point, I don't think that there was anything that I was blown away by last night. I ain't gonna lie about that. No, when I watched Anthony Davis when he played in the Dallas debut, I was watching that defense and I was thinking, oh shit, we on to something with this right here. But is there anything that you saw last night with the Lakers and with Luka and James that you was like, okay, we on to something special with these two guys?
I mean, they're two very special guys. So they didn't have to do anything amazing because basketball doesn't have to be amazing. You know what I mean? Basketball can just be just simple pass to the open guy, cut to the open spot, make the right pass, take the good shot. I don't have to be blown away, you know what I'm saying, to understand there's good basketball going on. So I don't want to make it seem like that. I was just saying it wasn't anything spectacular last night. But Luka Doncic looks like, like he's going to be great with the Lakers, once he gets all the way back into the groove, once he has his minutes restrictions lifted and everything. I think it's going to be. I think they're on to something. I mean, obviously we're worried about them, their big man, but like I was saying yesterday, I think Jackson Hayes can take advantage of this if he's a real lob threat. If he wants to rebound and at least attempt to protect the rim, I don't know what to make of him. I would like to see them play a couple more games. It's just one game,
And I also think, to your point about the ball movement, I think it's a lot less difficult for guys like Austin Reeves, Jackson Hayes, Rui, Vando. I think it's a lot less difficult playing with James and Luka, knowing how pass conscious these guys are. Like if you're playing with scorers, all right, I got to go rebound or I got to go set screens, and that's it. When I'm playing with a pass-heavy guy like James, when I'm playing with a pass-heavy guy like Luka, who I know is looking for me, sometimes he might throw me a live grenade. Yes, he might. I
seen a couple grenades get buried last night, though.
I did, yeah.
They both was out there throwing grenades and scum missiles. Bron threw a couple too.
Yes, 100%. He might throw me a live grenade, sure, sometimes, but I'm more conscious of my offense when I'm playing with a guy like Luka, right? When I'm playing with a guy like Luka, who I know is going to get downhill, and he is looking for me, even though he's a bucket getter, he's looking for me. James, too, he's looking for me. I'm more conscious of being able to knock down shots like Austin Reeves. I think Austin Reeves is going to thrive in this offense because he know James looking for him. He know Luka is looking for him. Jackson Hayes knows for a fact when he get around the rim, I know for a fact that I got to go get it when these guys are going to the rim, and I'm going to get it 100%. I'm going to get it. So I like what I'm seeing from these guys. To your point, I wasn't blown away, but I see the future with these guys, and it looks good.
Yeah. My thing is, once again, it's not so much Luka as much as it is Austin Reeves and his aggression, his playmaking ability, his ability to fit next to them seamlessly. Jackson Hayes, I think he had 12 points last night. I think they were all alley-oops. Like that impressed me. Jackson Hayes running the floor. It was a freak show with Jackson Hayes. Just throw the ball up to the rim. I'm going and I'm dunking it. Once again, Rui, those other guys is what impressed me the most.
I think is this Jackson Hayes' ability to finally be who? I mean, at least who I thought he was going to be. I thought this was Jackson Hayes' NBA role. I've been kind of disappointed in where Jackson Hayes has become as an NBA player. I thought he would be much better. I think maybe this is his chance to really unlock that. He just got to take advantage of his time with Luka and Bron.
Hey, Ron, let me real quick because I'm in the chat today. Mike came in to the spot last night, and when I tell you, hey Ox, when I tell you 0 for 15, 6 turnovers, 4 fouls, garbage.
He's a bum.
Straight trash. And I don't even have to say it. I'll let the people who were there last night tell you about it. He was awful.
He's a bum.
He was completely and utterly awful.
Damn,
that's all I got to say about that. And Ron, I'm normally not in the chat. I don't bother with the chat, but I specifically made it my business to be in the chat today because he was garbage. He does not know how to counter. He does not know how to counter an argument. He does not know how to explain himself. When he has other people's logic that he talks about, and when you press him on it, he has no idea. Ox, I asked him last night because he talked about the Boston Celtics, right? And Jason Tatum. He says, I watched them. Okay, you watched them Saturday. When have you watched them previous to Saturday? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You just said you watch them. Then we talked about SGA and Jason Tatum in terms of one-on-one players, right? And I talked about how Jason Tatum I think he's #1 in the league in isolation. Well, that's an advanced stat. But then he turned around because he doesn't want to talk about advanced stats. But then he turns around because he says to me, quote, Mars, he says to me, I just like to watch the game. But then he turns around and tells me, we talks about Scottie Pippen and Chris Paul. He brings up Scottie Pippen's three-point percentage. Wow, Chris Paul is a better three-point percentage shooter than him. But he doesn't want to talk about numbers. He just wants to watch the game. Ox, when I tell you 0 for 14, 4 fouls, 3 turnovers, in 20 minutes, he was garbage. Mike, do not ever say my name again. You are terrible. You are awful, and everybody saw it. I had you up on my show last night for almost a half an hour. You were garbage, and everybody saw it.
Mike, you got everybody for a half an hour.
Everybody saw it. It wasn't just me.
I said
everybody
saw it. Yesterday, I said I would never pull him up. I would never pull him out the lobby on Chill with Chill. Never. Because of things like this. You got
that's messed up, big guy.
It's what's messed up is that if we pull him back up, we're gonna have to listen to this again because It's terrible. It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Well, see, here's the thing, fellas. To Mike, to everybody in the chat, in case Big Ox won't pull you up, I have the perfect thing to pull you up for. Mike, you will get a chance to be redeemed. You see? Oh,
here we go.
The belt is getting brought back out because in March, we have yet another PCL March Madness coming up here very soon. And as you guys know, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And Mars has his belt. This is the belt for the March Madness PCL. And here's the thing. Not only will you be competing for the belt, but there will be $5,000 that will go to the winners of the PCL. And this is a March Madness style bracket. So essentially, there will be 32 contestants. And the last one standing will be the winner. You lose, you take your ass home. You win, you advance. Now you see this QR code right here on the screen. Scan this to sign up. I know you guys remember John D. He has came a very long way. This is how he got on the Player's Choice platform. He came up here and he proved his worth and he cooked in the PCL. And now we see him weekly on the show. I know y'all remember my man M-Tail. He came in as a wild card. Well, this time we will be needing multiple wild cards. So this is your opportunity to sign up and be a part of the PCL. And you have your opportunity to debate against bums like Ox, champs like Mars, and you guys can take whatever shot that you want at the Great Chill Town. So sign up. But anyways, let's get back to it, y'all. Luka Doncic, the Lakers versus the Jazz last night. I want to go ahead and highlight. Now, obviously, Luka didn't have the best debut performance, but I want to highlight some other great performances from other Laker legends that happened in the past. So we're going to start with Wilt Chamberlain. In his first game, Wilt had 15 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists. It's an okay game for Wilt, right?
C+.
So. All right. Jerry West, in his first game with the Lakers, he had 20 points and 5 rebounds. I'll say another average day in the office. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, in his first game with the Lakers, 27 points, 20 rebounds, 5 assists. Kareem was getting to it. Anthony Davis, his first game with the Lakers, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. LeBron James, his first game with the Lakers, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Magic Johnson, his first game with the Lakers, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 4 blocks. Knew my go play defense. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, his first game with the Lakers, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. And now Luka, in his first game with the Lakers, he had 14 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds.
Now, if you just saw the number,
we're not including Kobe's 0 points. We're not
0, not 1 bucket.
I guess he's not a Laker legend. I guess interesting.
Yeah, he 100% is, or James Worthy.
Yeah, so let's include Kobe's 0 points, 1 rebound, 0 assists. Thank you.
Yeah. And to be fair to Luka was coming off injury, so I mean we got to put some context on it. It wasn't like Luka, was rolling and got traded to the Lakers. No, He was coming off injury. He hadn't played in a month and a half, so we got to give Luka some grace here. But
also too, he was on a minute restriction. Didn't play the whole fourth quarter, and on top of that, they beat him by 1,000,000 points. In the game, the score, the way the game felt was a lot farther than what the score indicated.
Utah is bad. They are.
Shout out to Isaiah Collier, man. He looking better, man.
Nah, looking a lot better.
He is looking better, Mars. Yeah, he is. I don't understand.
Start to the season, but we figuring things out, man.
And I know, I know that when you got a bad team, teams have a tendency to not want to be bothered with you. And I also know that it got a lot to do with Danny Ainge, but they got some good players over there that could help other teams. In a good way. So But I do understand why you wouldn't want to call up Danny Ainge and ask for Lauri Markkanen or ask for John Collins, because you're going to get fleeced. That's what's going to happen. You're going to end up giving up something that you don't want to give up, and it's going to affect you in the long run. It is.
Yeah, they're just building with their young pieces, man. I mean, John Collins probably won't be there past this season. I don't know what's going on with Lauri Markkanen. But everyone else, yeah, they're probably there to stay. Collier, Keontae George, Walker Kessler, Cody Williams, Bryce Sensabaugh, Taylor Hendricks when he's back from his injury. They got some interesting young pieces, but Isaiah Collier just looking a lot better since the new year. Started getting more consistent minutes. I think in the new year, I think he's averaging like 11 and 8. The last 5 games, he's averaging like 10 assists a game. He's the best playmaker of the rookie class, in my opinion. Getting downhill, creating opportunities for his teammates, very strong, physical. Obviously, there's still issues, can't really shoot, turnovers. But he's young. He's looking better.
He was the number 1 point guard, right? Coming out of high school?
Coming out of high school, yeah.
Yeah. And I know he struggled a little bit at USC, but they did say that he had a game that was more beneficial, and it would probably be more productive in the NBA as opposed to college.
Yeah, with more space, I think he'd be better.
Yeah. So shout out to Isaiah. Is there anything else in this game that you guys want to touch on or highlight?
I think we covered it all. I do.
All right. Play Utah again on Wednesday.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
So they play Utah on Wednesday again. I'm assuming we'll cover that in depth on Thursday. Then they play the Hornets next Wednesday after All-Star break.
Hey, is that my headphones or is that Ron? Is that Ron's mic? He said Ron sounds good. He sound good to you?
Yeah, you good.
Oh shit. All right, hold on a second. I'll be right back.
But yeah, so they play Utah again. They play Utah again on Wednesday. They play the Hornets the next Wednesday after All-Star break. Then they play the Blazers, and then this is where things start to get real for the Lakers. And this is when we're really going to be able to see what this team's about. So they play Denver on the 22nd of this month in Denver. Then they play the Mavs at home in LA on the 25th. Then they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then they got the Clippers back-to-back games. And then the next week they'll play New York, Boston back-to-back. So later this month, we'll really get a chance to really see what the Lakers look like, what they're about, and all of that good stuff. But
haven't they won, 9 of their last 10, something like that? They rolling right now, Ron. They are. They're 100% rolling. And there's some people who aren't exactly happy about, and I've actually spoken, I think Mars has said something about this, about the energy level of James. Mars, I want to maximize this energy because I don't know when I'm going to get it again. I don't. I don't know when I'm gonna get it again. I don't know how long I'm gonna have it. So I want to maximize this energy. I want James on the floor as much as possible. That training staff over there, they take care of him. They take care of him as well as they can. The defense that he's been playing, the defensive energy that he's had. I mean, he had a couple of stops that I was impressed with. To be honest with you, I don't want this guy in and out of the lineup. I don't want to stagger his minutes. I want James on the floor as much as possible. As much as I can have him on the floor.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to project what they're going to do with the oldest player in the league who's playing like one of the 10 best players. I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before, so I don't know the protocol when you have someone this old, this good. I don't think anyone knows. I think they're just going with day by day. Just whatever happens, happens. I don't think there's anything you can really listen to and be like, oh, use this as inspiration. He's the oldest guy in the league, and he's still one of the best players. It's disgusting.
Well, just projecting, though. So as of right now, the Lakers are, obviously, Chill just mentioned it, they're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're the hottest team in the NBA. Well, it's a couple other teams that have long win streaks. So the Thunder have a 6-game winning streak. The Nuggets are on a 7-game win streak, and the Lakers are on a 6-game win streak as well. So the Lakers are rolling, but they just passed the Rockets, and they're the 4th seed in the West. So moving forward, if the Lakers continue to win, they might not be this hot, but if they continue to win, they stay around the 4th, 5th seed. Do you guys project that Bron to start load managing a little bit?
Once they get closer to the playoffs, they'll probably slow him down and able to ramp him up rest him so he can get ramped up for the playoffs. But I mean, to be honest with you, Ron, I don't see any slowing down in the near future. No,
in like the next month.
Yeah, I don't see any slowing down. I think that, you know, you got to ride this wave of what James is. I think you got to ride the energy that he has and keep this thing rolling, because the Lakers are on a roll right now. Like I said, won 9 of the last 10 games. The defense has gotten better. Jackson Hayes looks a lot better. Now you add Luka to that. Nah, you got to ride this wave. Now, if they end up, because I think they're a game and a half out the 3 spot right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think they're a game and a half out the 3 spot right now. So, I mean, if you can, and Houston is in a free fall. They lost 6 of their last 7, which is bugging me out because, I mean, they looked so good for such a long time. And
damn, H-Town.
Yeah, they lost 6 of their last 7. I think they're gonna get it back together when they get a lot of these guys back in the lineup. But it's not ridiculous for me to think that what the Lakers are doing right now, that, you know, they can move up in the standings. I mean, Denver. I mean, Denver won last night, but I think they're ahead of Denver, if I'm not mistaken. It's Houston and Memphis that's behind them. And that's in front of them. So
Denver's the 3rd seed. Houston's behind them. Houston's 5th.
Yeah, we're the 5 seed. We're the 5 seed. The
5.
Lakers are the 4 seed, and Denver's
okay.
The 3
seed. So Houston dropped to 5.
Yeah, Denver's 3.
Hey, but hold on. Are we just gonna skip over how horrible Utah is?
We talked about it. You late?
Oh, it was acknowledged. If you wanna say it again, you can.
Yeah, I want to say.
Hey, Jordan, hold on, right quick, because as much as I do want to hear your take, and we'll get to that, the people need to know just what they can do over at PrizePicks when they download the app and when they use the promo code panel. You see, over on PrizePicks, you can run your game, control your game, and win your game every single day with every single player projection that you choose. And on top of that, the beauty of the whole thing is you get $50 instantly when you play just $5. Where else can that happen? Like, I give you $5 and I get 50 back? Nowhere. So download PrizePicks, use the promo code panel, and ultimately get your 50 back instantly. And just in case you're wondering, this is how it works. When you download the app, you'll play $5. And when you put that $5 in, you choose 2 or more players in the sport that you like and love. And you could choose multiple sports too. So you can choose college basketball, and then you can choose an NBA game, and then you can choose a baseball game and put it all on the same contest. And after you do that, you simply choose more or less with your player projections, and then you send it through and you win your money back. It's as simple as that. And really, we're going to kind of show you guys how it's done. So let's make it happen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go
give me one more rebound last night. Just one more rebound.
Let me get KD. Now, there was a lot of rumors out there about KD being traded. Actually, Memphis was one of the teams that tried to acquire him. That's who he's playing tonight. I got KD going ballistic tonight. KD is pissed. He's frustrated. And on top of that, he's in a losing situation. KD got to take his frustrations and anger out on somebody. And it's going to be Jalen Wells for the Memphis Grizzlies. So what's his demon points? Is that it? It's not a double demon, triple demon, quadruple demon? All right. Well, give me that.
Chill, Marsh.
Can I take a look at that? Can I take a look at that Indiana New York game?
Mm-hmm.
I want to look at Hallie. Where am I at with Halliburton? Mm-hmm. Where am I at with Halliburton? No, up there he is. 8.5 assists, 18.5 points. What's that? 30.5 PRA. Ron, I might be on your Lester logic. How you are with Jamal Murray? I might be on your Lester logic with Hallie against the Knicks.
You know how he get when he step in the garden.
I do know how he get when he step in the garden too, though. So
they at home, no, they're not in the garden.
Right. I'm gonna take the.
Do what you please, Chill.
Yeah. Ron, I'm going to take the more.
Hallie got Lester syndrome from time to time.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. I am going to take the more on the assist, though, on Halliburton. I'll tell you, I think he can give me more than 8.5 assists.
Is there anything for Matas Buzelis?
Uh-oh. Mars, you on the Matas trade?
Shout
on
out
the Matas train?
I've been there, but I mean, I'm now going to put some money on there if it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out the Rook. Been looking good lately.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. 13, 19 PRA. What's the Demon PRA? What's that? 17, 5, and 4 ish.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in you, Matas. Yeah, we'll take the Demon PRA. Yeah.
We'll go 38.5 points and assists for K Cunningham.
All right, and Big Ox, just to sweeten the pot, just the eensy-beensy bit. Can you go to Joel Embiid and just go more with the points?
Oh, shit.
Please and thank you. Playing Toronto. That's easy money. Oh, we got a Taco Tuesday. Yeah. Hey, Ox, can you zoom in on that? Get in there real nice and close. Real nicely, fam. There you go. You see, this is a Joel Embiid, a Taco Tuesday pick. I'm so glad that we found you because instead of his PRA being 42.5, as of right now, the good guys at PrizePicks have discounted it all the way down to 36.5 PRA, and that is as easy as Ox can click more. See, just like that. That's how easy that's going to be for Joel Embiid. And now we have our contest for the day, which looks like Kevin Durant, 34.5 points. It's a demon pick, but we need that. We got Tyrese Hallibuckets, 8.5 assists. More. We need that. We got Matas, 25.5 PRA. We need that demon pick too. K Cunningham, points and assists, 38.5. We going more on that. And last, but certainly not least, a Taco Tuesday pick from Joel Embiid, 36.5 PRA. That's a walk in the park. Ox, go ahead and send that through, and we will be laughing all the way to the bank. Thank you. Come again. All right, fellas. Moving along, I do want to show you guys this. LA kind of showed out for Luka Doncic. I thought this was pretty interesting. I thought it was neat. I thought it was cool for them to put 77 in the Hollywood side. Shout out to Luka, man. That's special right there. That's special.
That's photoshopped, right?
What?
No. That's him.
They really moved the Hollywood sign around for this boy.
No, they did. That's Photoshop.
At Big Ox, when you box office, they do things like that for you.
So I could dig that.
Hey,
all right.
But Ron, hold on, because we got to get back to the Jazz real quick.
Jordan, you should have showed up to work on time.
Ox, your mic is on mute, so I don't know what you said.
I heard him. I heard Ox.
I don't know. I can't really hear him. But
can you hear me?
Anyways, so
Jordan, you can't hear anything? No?
Let him just talk. Go ahead.
Nope.
Go ahead.
No, I can't hear. I can't hear you.
I gotta do this.
Can't hear you.
Just talk.
Man, stop playing, man. Come on, man. God damn.
Talk. Go.
No, I can't hear nobody. I have nothing to talk.
All right. All right. So while we wait for Jordan to get his situation together, we'll come back to the Jazz with Jordan. But I know y'all heard about the trade with Mark Williams and Dalton Connect. Obviously, it was rescinded, and the NBA basically, Mark Williams failed his physical, and both players were sent back. So Mark Williams was traded to the Lakers, but since he failed his physical, he was sent back to the Hornets, and Dalton Connect was sent back to the Lakers. Well, it appears that the Hornets aren't too happy, and they want Dalton Connect and Cam Reddish, and they want that pick. So the Hornets have been in contact with the NBA to explore options to dispute the Lakers' failed physical exam of Mark Williams.
Ox, you tried to sell me a lemon. That's what you did. You tried to sell me a damn lemon.
They trying to pull a fast one.
That's all they doing. That's all they doing right here. Nothing more, nothing less. You tried to sell me a lemon. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, they're just some used car salesmen. Just like you said, selling a lemon. Like, this is crazy. And then to take it to the league office. Oh, this is despicable, man. They need to let it go. They knew they had damaged goods.
To you guys, and as long as you guys have been watching basketball, when have you heard about a 15, 16, and 10 under 25-year-old getting handed over if ain't nothing wrong with him? When have you ever heard that? Because I can say I've never heard that. So the fact that the Lakers got him over there, got their trainers, went through a physical, had him tested, and found out that he was broken, and the trade got rescinded. Why is that our problem? This is a you problem. You knew he was broken when you sent them to us. You knew he had problems. You knew that, and you just thought that just because you sent them to us, we were just supposed to hand over our rookie, who you think for a fact, who you think that you screwed up with. You think you screwed up passing on him. So because of that. Now we're in a space where you want to call up the league office because you tried to swindle me. Like I'm in the wrong. No, I'm not. You tried to swindle me. That's what happened.
But do you think the Lakers knew about it?
No, they wouldn't, because if they knew about it, they would have never made the trade in the first. They would have never even inquired about it.
But I feel like you just said, there's no way anybody in the world would do this with a kid like Mark Williams, who have talent like he does. It's not like he a bum. He has talent, complete talent, right? Yep. And he's a necessity in this NBA. So there's no way
they ain't getting nothing for him, though, Jordan. I mean, Dalton Connect to some people's valuable. Cam Reddish a good wing defender. They got a first-round pick.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, no way Mark Williams goes for just that. No way. And it's no way the Lakers.
That's not a 6-pack in a bucket of extra crispy, though.
No, it ain't a 6-pack. Okay, great. It's a 12-pack and it's a bucket of crispy with macaroni and cheese on the side. Great. But all I'm saying is
that's a lot better.
You throw some red beans and rice in there, boy.
No, hold on. With Mark Williams' skill set, that dude, that's champagne, right? That's oysters. That's champagne and oysters.
Jordan,
that's all.
Come on,
bro.
Mark Williams is not champagne.
That's some cheap ass champagne.
No. But anyway, to my point,
it's the oysters. The oysters you get it at the at Safeway. That's right there in the little.
It don't matter. But listen. What I'm saying is, no way the Lakers said, "Oh God, you're gonna give us Mark Williams? We just gonna trick y'all out of this pick." There's no way that they thought that. They knew something.
That's how they felt about Luka, though. Isn't that? I mean, to most people's point, they feel like they whooped Dallas for Luka, so maybe they feel like they're just whooping everybody. They on a whooping streak. You know, when your mama get mad and she's just whooping everybody's ass. They messed up now. You get whooped. You get whooped.
Nah.
That's how the Lakers
getting whooped for everybody. But all I'm saying is this, though. All I'm saying is this, though. There's no way the Lakers think that they can just get that lucky and we just gonna do it. And that's why the Hornets probably filing a grievance. Like, man, hell no, y'all knew. Y'all ass knew what was going on, but y'all acting like, I mean, we told y'all it was bad. Y'all said we'll take them. And then they went and seen it was real bad, and they like, oh no, we got to get out of this deal. That's what I think happened. I think they both knew what was going on. I think the Lakers just underestimated how it was. And when
wait a minute though. Well, wait a minute. I don't. Well, Jordan, if you knew what was going on, why would you make the deal?
Exactly. I think the Lakers
Ron,
knew
how
what
can you
was
see
going
this,
on.
Ron? I don't. What would
Well,
you?
no,
Would you accept that, Ron? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No way.
Charlotte called up the Lakers. It's not like the Lakers called up Charlotte. Like, yo, what's going on with the big fella? Charlotte called them.
No, I
and so did Dallas. Dallas called them too.
No, the Lakers probably called the Hornets.
Nico called
a big man.
Rob Pelican. I'm saying it's the
Hornets don't need Dalton Connect.
It's similar situations, but
that was their guy, and I think here's passing on him.
Here's 100%. The thing though, because it's very similar situations. You're offering me Luka. Yeah, I'll take Luka. I know he has. Everybody knows it's clear as day that Luka has conditioning issues. Luka's not the most physically gifted player, and he has an injury history. But I'll overlook it because it's Luka. And prior to the Mark Williams trade, everybody knew that Mark Williams has an injury history too. Now,
they knew it in college.
Chill. When I'm buying a car from you, from my homeboy.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that you know you got an accident. I know that no. See, I didn't know you had transmission issues.
You can't buy with no transmission issues.
That's the thing. I just knew you got in an accident, and I knew like maybe some tires needed to get fixed.
And that's how I'm telling you to call. I ain't even telling you about the transmission.
I ain't telling you that the transmission. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Lakers knew about the transmission issue.
The Hornets need to be reprimanded for that. The Hornets need to be fined. They need something because they clearly just tried to bamboozle the Lakers. They clearly
Look, listen. This is why I'm saying that because
there's a reason they called Jordan because the Hornets contact the Lakers to get off of Mark Williams. Since the Hornets contacted the Lakers, you gotta know that there's something going on.
This is where I don't think that the Hornets contacted them. I think the Lakers needed a big desperately.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the case. Maybe they got on the phone with each other and said, this is a mutual interest, but I don't think that the Hornets need Dalton Connect. But maybe they
don't, Jordan. That's the point. It's not so much that they need Dalton Connect as much as they seem. It's what they call it, supply and demand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know the Lakers had a demand. They know the Lakers needed a big man. They're like, man, we got a big man. He got a little something under the hood wrong, but they don't need to know that. All they need to know is that he had some issues in his back playing. So we're gonna call up Pelican and tell him, hey, I got one for you right here.
So you mean to tell me professionals in this sport called up a team who known a guy has had injuries issues dating back to college, and they didn't call and say, yo, how was his injury? They didn't discuss that at all.
Yes, they probably did. That's not what I'm saying, though, Jordan. That's not what I'm saying. On top of that, that's the reason I think the Lakers are being super intricate about the physical. I think they're going like maybe if this wasn't Mark Williams, let's say this was another young fella. Let's say this was Khalil Ware.
Right.
Maybe he if their physicals look the same, they might have took Khalil Ware because he has less of an injury history than Mark Williams. But they look at Mark Williams like, I didn't know it was this bad. You know what I mean? Like we can't clear.
When the Hornets is filing, what is the Hornets is sending something up to the NBA? Yeah, because they feel like the Lakers bullshitted them. They're swinging first. They're swinging first because they know they play foul. They swinging first. They like no.
Jordan, your argument doesn't make sense, Jordan.
Yes,
your argument, no, it doesn't. The reason why it doesn't make sense,
agreement.
You're telling me something that's bad.
I told you it was bad.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. No, this is what happened. I told you over the phone. Oh, I told you over the phone it was bad. You said, oh, he's playable. He's been playing, right? He's playable. Oh, we saw him play. Then y'all came into these team doctors, these special doctors in LA, and they said, I don't think this is a good idea. And the Lakers got cold feet. And they pissed the Hornets off.
So stop right there. Rewind.
That's what happened, though. But I told you it was bad.
Okay, rewind. You did tell me that it was bad. You did. Okay. I knew it was bad. It wasn't like you just told me it was bad. I knew it was bad. But I had my people. That's the point, Jordan. I didn't know it was that bad. That's why I sent it back to you. I don't want this.
I'm saying you didn't know it was as bad as what I told you over the phone.
That's the point. That's why.
But whatever I told you over the phone, you decided let's go through.
So I'm supposed to take it. You told me over the phone. Listen, this product, Mark Williams. Mark Williams. Wait a minute, Jordan. Mark Williams is not 100%. Mark Williams has had some issues. Okay. Send him over. Let me see what he looks like. Because let's be clear, when in the NBA, when you're making trades, none of this stuff happens unless you pass a physical. So it's not just give me this guy, I'll give you that guy. We have to pass a physical. And once you pass a physical, then it's legit. So with that being said, bring him over. I have my crew look at him. Turns out what you told me was correct. He is beat up. I didn't know he was this bad though. You left that part out. I don't have to do this now.
To believe with a kid. Mark
Williams missed hard to believe that, Jordan.
I'm saying it's hard to believe with the Lakers. It's hard to believe what the Lakers didn't. You talking about somebody that missed the whole year last year. He missed damn near half the season this year. What did you think was wrong with him when you called on the phone?
And that's my thing too. Like y'all knew he was
hurt all year. He's been in and out the lineup because of injuries, not because he feel like it.
Sure.
So,
yeah, but that's a fact though. So look, check it out real quick. Let's relax for a second, right? I knew he was hurt, Jordan, but I'm under the impression that he's healed. You know what I mean? So when you
under that impression.
Well, I mean, yes, but hold on, no, Jordan, because if I wasn't under that impression, I wouldn't trade for him. I wouldn't trade for him. So now I'm under the impression that he's fixed up. I'm under the impression that he's healed. Y'all, we make a trade on good faith that we're both going to do good business. I'm assuming that you're sending me a kid that is injury prone, that has injury history, but I'm also under the impression that he's healed up. Now, when my doctors look at him and I realize, man, y'all been having this kid out here running around, and he still got bone spurs or whatever he may have. The X-rays and MRIs are showing unhealed ligaments or unhealed bones. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't accept that, Jordan. So yeah, I do understand that he's injury prone, and last year he was out. But I'm expecting that from this point forward, you're sending me a kid that's healed and a guy that I might have to worry about in the future. Like, hey, maybe he might get hurt again. But right now, he's tip top shape. But when you send him over here, and like I said, my MRIs, my X-rays, my doctors, they're looking at it like, no, this kid's damaged goods, man. Send him back to North Carolina.
I think that's very disingenuous just because you calling about a kid that's already hurt.
No, that's good business. That's good business. That's like if I'm a real estate agent and I'm buying property in San Francisco or somewhere where there's been some earthquakes recently, and I'm like, yeah, there was an earthquake here 5 years ago, but y'all fixed the
foundation,
whatever, y'all fix the foundation thing, y'all fix the foundation, and I go back and I have my appraisers go look at it, and we're finding cracks all in the basement. I'm gonna call you like, I'm not buying this.
Yeah, okay, that's totally fine. But if me and you got on the phone and I told you all of this stuff, and you went and looked inside the house and you seen all them cracks inside the basement, but you said I could fix that. Yeah, I could fix that. And then when you got it,
you were supposed to fix that. You were supposed to fix that. And you told me the foundation was fixed, Jordan. You told me the foundation was
fixed. Right quick, fellas. Right quick.
Now I know y'all just living dangerous.
I understand it's getting very, very heated in here. And I think we all just need to focus on something that's going to make everybody feel good. I think you guys are just a little hungry. So right here with these factor meals that's on the screen, this to get you right for the whole year, for the whole week, for the month, for whatever day or meal that you choose to eat. Factor meals, because they have chef-made gourmet meals that make eating so easy. They are dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. So you can fuel right and feel right no matter what life throws at you. Factors arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active and busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto Meals based on randomized control clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick. Meals are tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or even Keto. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfasts, grab-and-go snacks, and a bunch more add-ons. It's just amazing over there. So you can reach your goals this year with ingredients that you can trust and convenience that you just can't quite beat. Eat smart with Factor. Get started today at factormeals.com/playerschoice50 off and use the code playerschoice50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code Players Choice 50 off at factormeals.com/Players Choice 50 off to get 50% off your first shipping on your first box, and you can get all the gourmet meals that you can think of. Wow, chef's kiss. As you were saying, Jordan.
I was just saying, I just think the Lakers really knew what was going on. I think they had an idea of this kid has been hurt. I think the Hornets was being honest with them. I don't think it's no reason for the Hornets to lie when you're going to get access to everybody's medical history in the NBA. So I don't think it's no reason for the Hornets to sit up here and tell a lie like it's not going to be uncovered. That's number one. Number two, I think they said everything that was wrong with him.
Like,
and I think the Lakers were so...
Like, people don't lie when it's going to get exposed. Like, people don't do that. They do that all the time.
But Chill, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, Chill. It is almost impossible for you to lie about any injury that you've had in the NBA that's been worked on. The doctors have all the medical reports dating back to college. It's almost impossible to lie about this stuff. So what I'm saying is the Lakers knew they had the conversation. This is what I'm saying. The Lakers knew they had the conversation. They told them. What happened was, in my opinion, we don't know for sure, but this is what I think will happen. I think when they sent over Mark Williams, the Lakers was like, we got Mark Williams. It was exciting. Good big, right? They desperate for him. I think the doctors, the Lakers have a special team of doctors that came out and said, probably not a good idea. Probably not a good idea. They already traded Anthony Davis, okay? They got Luka Doncic back, who's banged up too. He banged up too. Okay, so they probably not gonna be a good idea. It's probably not gonna work in the long run. Let's get cold feet. We can rescind this and just say we fell as physical. Teams do that all the time because sometimes teams can. It's really. I think it's up to the owner if you fail a physical to accept yes or no. Like, all right, even though he fell as physical, we're gonna take it. And teams do that. So when
have you ever seen a team have a guy fail a physical and they accepted the trade? I've never seen that, just so you know.
Isaiah Thomas to the Cavs.
Yeah, they do it all the time. They do it in every
physical, and they still took him.
They do it.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he failed the physical, and the Cavs asked for like an extra draft pick to like, and then
John Wall did the same thing. Like it happens. Like they do it in every sport. They did it with Drew Brees too back in the day. Did the same thing. Nick Saban talked about that with Drew Brees. They do it in every sport. What I'm saying is the Lakers just said, you know what? This is gonna be bad press, I think, because if Mark Williams come and he gets hurt before the end of the season, what is the Lakers franchise doing? So they're giving it back. That's why I feel like the Hornets are filing agreements like, bro, this is what we talked about. I told you. And now you changing your mind on me. That's what I think will happen.
Okay, so let's rewind back to Rob is on record saying that they called him first. Because we already had this conversation earlier. Why are you shaking your head, Jordan? Rob is on record saying they called him first. He said that. That's number one.
Okay, but that's fine. But he has mutual interest in Mark Williams. You know they
even if that's true. Let's stay focused here. Rob said they called him first. Why wouldn't he call them? The reason why he wouldn't call them, because he probably didn't know that he was available. He didn't.
Okay,
with that being said, to your point, you tell me this is what's going on with him. He's got this, and this going on with him. Okay, I understand he's got a back injury. I understand he's got a knee injury. I understand he's got a contusion in his thigh. Whatever injuries he has, okay, you disclose that to me. We send him over. Once we send him over, trades are able to be legit. Trades are able to be legit pending a physical. Teams have like we just talked about. Yeah. Teams have the option to decide we good. Well, they took a look at Mark Williams and recognized, you know what, this is worse. Even though we knew, you told us what was going on with him. Turns out this is worse than what we thought, and this isn't worth the headache. So we're gonna send him back to you. That's what I think happened.
But you don't think the fact that Mark Williams was actually playing is the reason why this is what I'm saying. I'm saying the Hornets told them, and Mark Williams is actually playing. So the Lakers said
over the last 5 games,
we can exactly. And the Lakers
over the last 5 games, he's
averaging
31 minutes a game.
That's why I think they took the trade, because they said
and then when they actually take him through a physical, they recognize this isn't sustainable. He's not going to hold up. And what we're going to do is we're not only going to lose Dalton Connect, not only are we going to lose this big guy who we need, we're also going to lose Dalton Connect too, another rotation player that we need. This isn't worth our time. And if I rewind, and I said this a couple of days ago, I've seen guys get traded. I saw Sean Elliott get traded for Robert Horry in 1994. When Robert Horry was with the Houston Rockets, Sean Elliott got traded. He ends up failing the physical. They got to send Robert Horry back to the Houston Rockets. It happens. 100% happens.
I didn't say it don't happen. I'm just saying
100%.
I feel like the Lakers knew something was up when Mark Williams is available. And I feel like they told him this injury problem, and the fact that he was enticing to the Lakers was because he was playing, like you said, 35 minutes a game. So they felt like we could deal with this. 31 minutes. Okay, 31. Yeah, and I felt like they felt like we could deal with this. So let's take it. And then when they got it, they knew special doctors, because that's what happens. A lot of times doctors make. I'm not a doctor, but I know from prior history from a couple people that I know that had issues. Sometimes doctors make historical takes. Like they'll say this kid is not going to finish the season. This kid won't ever play longer than 2.5 years. He won't walk
again. This guy won't.
They say stuff like that.
I get
and
that
they
part.
Be wrong.
Sure.
They be dead ass wrong. So I feel like that's something that happened, and the Lakers was like, get off of it before we, because that had Mark Williams get injured halfway through the season, the Lakers wouldn't be able to explain that today. They wouldn't be able to explain that. So
they didn't think it was worth the headache. They did not think it was worth the headache.
I agree, but I'm not saying that the Hornets are. I'm not saying that the Hornets lied to them or the Hornets tried to deceive them. I'm saying I just think that the Lakers. I don't think so. I think the Lakers just tried to save face.
No,
that's what I think.
Well, don't get me wrong.
Hold on, we got to get Mars' opinion. Mars ain't said nothing the whole time.
The reason why Mars didn't say nothing because he watching a video of me last night talking to Mike, and I
stopped watching it now.
That's what he's doing. But anyway, to your point, Jordan, it's your job when you are in business. To Ox's point, if you operating in good faith, it's your point to disclose everything. It's your job to tell me everything, because when you don't tell me everything and I find out stuff that's worse than what it is, then now I can't do business with you in good faith. And when they told when he told Rob that this guy has this and this going on, Rob figured, considering what he had seen over the last 5 games, this dude is averaging 31 minutes. He's like 16 and 10. He's doing work. I think he can help us. Only to find out when we get him on the table, you know what? This ain't worth the headache, because if we end up losing him, which we're gonna lose him, and we lose Dalton Connect, then we SOL. And I don't want that.
How many times in history have we seen somebody like try to deceive another GM about something that they know is going to
Red Auerbach did it all the time. Red Auerbach did it all the time.
All right. I don't know about Red Auerbach. You talking about
Red Auerbach did it all the
60s,
time.
70s. I'm talking about
80s, 90s. Red Auerbach did it all the time.
Give me the last 25 years, Chill, where somebody's just calling and lying and said, besides somebody talent, because they do.
Okay, well, wait a minute. I didn't say that the Charlotte Hornets lied about it. They told Rob what was going on. They just didn't tell him everything. That's all it was. That's where the deception is. It's not. I'm not saying that they blatantly lied to him. Okay, you just didn't tell me the whole story, which is what I mean.
You got to also remember too, like maybe the Hornets aren't doing such a thorough check as the Lakers are, because they've already had them in there and they're kind of focused on the same thing. Because mind you, like they said it wasn't the main injury. They said there was more to it. So you got to think about it like this. Look at what happened with Karis LeVert, right? He gets traded over to Indiana, and they might know about the other injuries he had, but then you go to Indiana and they do a full, extensive physical, finding out everything that's wrong with you. And they found out he had the kidney situation, saved that man's life. So it could be something like that, because that was the report I heard. Because what was it? It was his back or something that was going on over there. And then when they got him, they said that the injury, that the whatever he was hurt from, the injuries isn't the main reason we're saying he failed his physical. So there's more to it. You know what I'm saying, George? So it's a lot that goes into it. We'll never know.
I think they doctors, because that's usually what happens. Like the doctors kind of step in, and sometimes it be some of these doctors, they just make bold takes and they just say like, This kid won't finish the season. This kid won't do this. I know that personally. That happened with my best friend. He said he would never play a full season, and he's never missed a season. He barely missed games. So like I think that stuff happens. Like doctors say things because what they don't know a person's pain tolerance. They don't know.
That's why you're supposed to go get multiple opinions too.
Yeah, but multiple people said he wouldn't play a full season. He can't last a full season. Never miss a season. Yeah. Barely missed any games in 7 years. So it's just, I think that's one thing that happened. I think that's why the Hornets are mad about it, because it's like, hold on. This is what we agreed on, and now you walking it back. I'm not saying the Hornets lied to him about it. I don't think they lied about it. I don't even think they could lie about that Mark Williams crap. I don't think they could. I think everybody knew it was risky for them to take him out of Duke. I think that was risky to take him out of Duke.
Well, he wasn't injury. He didn't have any injury issues coming out of Duke. I don't remember.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He had some injury things coming out of Duke.
I don't remember. So, I ain't saying he didn't. I just don't remember that.
No, I'm not saying he didn't have no major one. I'm not saying major one, but he did have some injury issues coming out of Duke. Right. So it's just, I just think that's a part of it. But
all right, y'all. I want to transition from one injured big man to a fleet of injured big men. Yes, we are talking about the Dallas Mavericks. Obviously, it has been a crazy, controversial couple weeks for the Dallas Mavericks since they traded Luka and got Anthony Davis. But to add more injury to insult, ironically, Daniel Gafford had to be helped off the court last night while he was setting a screen and he was clutching his right knee. I didn't see the injury. Did you guys see it?
No, I didn't see it either.
Yeah, well, apparently he had to be helped off the court last night. So I'm assuming that we'll get updated on that here very soon. And once again, I said this is injury to insult because, well, their other top three big men are out as well. Obviously, Anthony Davis went out a couple nights ago in his debut with the Mavericks. He has an adductor injury, and they're saying he could be out indefinitely. He would definitely miss a couple weeks. Remember, Derek Lively, he's down for a couple months with the ankle injury, and also Dwight Powell is also out with the hip injury. So they're four big men down.
Damn.
Is this the curse of the Bambino?
So they're really 5 picks though.
Is this the curse of the Bambino?
I don't think it's gonna be that much.
I hope not. I really
I think they'll be okay. But Omax getting minutes.
Omax is cool.
Somebody got to play Ops. Somebody got to play.
This might be good for him, you know.
Yeah.
That's right. Somebody in the chat. PJ was out too. So
the only big they have is Kyle Kelly.
The white boy.
Yeah, that's the only big they have.
I think Anthony Davis will be back after the All-Star break. Don't you think?
Wow. They said about 3 to 4 weeks for AD. I wouldn't try to rush him back. You know what I'm saying? That's how he got hurt.
I thought it was like a couple.
Yeah, they shouldn't rush him back. They should just let everybody get right.
It's not.
Might as well get in that free agency market. Go ahead, call Big Cuz.
Who's that kid that got in the G League? That somebody was sending through a super chat.
Sharp, Jamarion Sharp. I think.
Yeah. He's like 7'4", 7'2".
Yeah, they're not gonna get him.
I don't know how good.
I don't know how good of an NBA player he is. I've seen it. I think like 2 teams tried him. The Mavericks is one of them, right?
Well, here's the thing. Well, he plays for the Mavericks G League team, but here's the thing, Jordan. Like, this is the reason why you have a G League team. This is the reason why you have 14, 15, 16 guys or 13, 14, 15 guys on the roster. Yo, when you get depleted in the middle of the season, in the dog days of the season, somebody got to step in and fill in. So this is why you got a G League roster. Come up and play 3 to 4 games. Like we not expecting you to be Anthony Davis, but we're expecting you to come and fill in 20 minutes a night.
Since last night, we haven't gotten any update on Daniel. We don't know what it was.
It looked like he bumped knees. That's what it looked like.
So it could just be like a bone bruise.
Bone bruise.
That may be it.
But I mean, that's better than what it could be.
But Ron, if you're a rotation player, isn't this a dream for you? Even though it's unfortunate. Isn't this a dream? Yeah. Everybody got hurt. Like, I gotta play, and not only do I have to play Ops, but I gotta play because ain't nobody behind me. So there is a margin. There's a bigger margin of error for me. So if I do something wrong, I ain't got to look over my shoulder and go, all right, I'm about to get taken out of the game.
This is a bench player's dream. It's not something that you want. You don't want anybody to get hurt, but it's a reality that in 82 games, somebody's gonna get hurt. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's that next man up. You got to stay ready. So hopefully for the Mavericks, they got somebody to Ron's point, in the G League. Hopefully, you know, I mean, and I know Omax isn't a big, but you know, sometimes you got to get out there and run some 4 minutes, you know, play the 5 for 3 minutes, you know what I mean, whatever it may be. And he took advantage of his time last night, you know. Yes. So you got to see, you need to see that from the young players, and hopefully, like I said, I mean, I wasn't too. What's the kid's name you said, Mars?
Kelly.
I wasn't too impressed with him, but hey, one of these games he's
the only big they have, so he gonna play.
Yeah, he got to do something.
Hey, you know what's so crazy is, you know, when y'all was talking about the Mavericks trading away their premier players, bro, when I started thinking about this last night, the Mavericks have literally traded away all the guys that they drafted in the first round. Like, it started off Steve Nash or Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. Who else? You got what's his name? Dennis Smith Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Luka.
Fast forwarded like what, 15 years? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a Mavericks fan. My brother is, but I'm not that big of a Mavericks fan to like know the rest of them. But Dennis Smith Jr., who was a high draft pick, and they got off of him because of Luka Doncic. They said they didn't fit, which I disagree with. But you got Dennis Smith Jr. gone, and then there's Luka Doncic is gone, and it's like, y'all,
don't
what
forget
the hell?
Jalen Brunson.
Oh, Jalen Brunson
he was a second round pick, but he was a good ass pick.
But it's like, bro, the Mavericks just got a history of saying, get your ass out of here. I don't know why they didn't do it to Dirk. They didn't do it to Dirk, and I guess because he brought him a championship, but they say get your ass out of here for anything.
He brought him a championship a decade later. It took him a
while. But that's what I'm saying. But like for y'all to get off of Steve Nash, who y'all got, then y'all got off of Jason Kidd, 2 top tier point guards. Then fast forward, you get off of Dennis Smith Jr., who I thought was playing well with the Mavericks. Good culture, good and all that. Got off of him. Then we think Luka Doncic is no way he's going to get traded. You get off of him. Well, Jalen Brunson. Like, what the hell is wrong with the Mavericks?
I don't think there's something wrong with them. I think they're looking at the NBA like a business. And you know what I'm saying? You got assets and liabilities. You know what I mean? While we think you're an asset, you're gonna stick around. But when we think you're a liability, you gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, I guess so. But maybe they bring him back. You know,
I'm on Mars page with
yeah, never go back.
Luka ain't never going back. Nico tore that up.
When you talked about
Jason Kidd went back.
When you talked and they won the NBA championship when he went back too.
Mm-hmm.
It happened. So Mars, when you talked about you haven't been able to see this crew healthy, like, so you didn't really, when you weren't able to get a gauge on them when they had Luka and all of those guys, you weren't really to get it in the regular season. That's kind of how I feel about them right now. Like I have, when they get Gafford, because I'm looking at this crew on paper with that front line with Lively, Gafford, Davis, Najee Marshall. So now PJ Washington is banged up. When we get these guys relatively healthy, I'm not talking about these guys being 100% healthy, because if you remember, nobody is 100% healthy in the playoffs. Nobody is. Everybody's beat up. It's just a matter of managing it. I'd like to see what this crew actually looks like when these guys are functional. And if these guys are functional, I think they're going to make some real noise. Real noise.
I agree. They just gonna make it. Like, they might be in free fall. They got no bigs. Like they're the 8th seed right now. The Warriors seem to be picking things up. I don't know if we're going to talk about them today, but they seem to be picking things up.
We do need to talk
about them. The Suns are still relatively dangerous, just in terms of the personnel they have. They can maybe do something. The Spurs now with Diarra, maybe they can make a push. If Dallas going on,
they're struggling with the Wizards, Mars.
If Dallas goes on a little losing streak, which is like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Like the only big they have is Kyler Kelly, and then after that, the biggest person they have on their roster is Omax. Like everyone else is just small. It's Najee, it's Clay.
PJ should be back too, though.
I mean, he rolled his ankle. How long is a rolled ankle?
10 days.
2 days.
Depending on the severity of it. If it's like a grade A, it could be 10 days.
Right around the corner, so maybe he's back right off.
Oh, right.
They're lucky. Not just him, the whole team.
Yeah, but assuming PJ comes back, I mean, he's still like 6'9", so like you're still lacking a lot of size. And that was the big draw of what made Dallas so dangerous, was that like they have great size on the roster. Now they don't have any because everyone's hurt. So
Mark, if PJ and Daniel come back both right after the All-Star break, you know what I'm saying? Because because to our knowledge, it looked like Daniel just went knee to knee with somebody, you know. And if it was something more severe, news probably would have broke by now. So I think PJ and Daniel will be back real soon.
Well, that's the hope. Just get them back as soon as possible. Let AD recover. You don't want to bring AD back too soon. We've already accepted Derek Lively will probably be April. So if you can get those guys back soon, yeah, they said in January it's like 3 months. So yeah.
Oh, Derek Lively. I thought you meant Gafford.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you meant Gafford. Okay.
So I think that's the hope they'll be all right. The worst case scenario is PJ's ankle is more severe than people initially thought, and that Daniel Gafford has like some structural damage or something to his knee. That's like the worst case scenario. If that's the case, then I think that season might be over. But if they're back soon, then they can still do something. But they got packed up by DeMar. I know that.
This injury with Anthony Davis,
chain snatching.
He wasn't just chain snatching Ox yesterday. That shirt, I can fit that. Take that off. Them pants, I can fit those too. Take that off. Yep. And give me them kicks.
You know he left with them kicks.
Yeah, those are fresh. Those are definitely my size. Take those off.
What size shoe you wear?
Yeah, give me those. But to back to Anthony Davis. Okay, so this adductor injury, I remember him having it last season. He was struggling with it last season, but it was manageable. He still was playing with it. So it wasn't like it was something that he couldn't play with at all. I mean, he still was 25-12. I just think that this season, I feel like it got the best of him, and he does need to chill out. Long as he doesn't tear it. Because I told you this before, Ron, your adductor muscle. That's the muscle that allows you to lift up your leg. So if it tears, I can't run. I can't do anything if it tears. That's the same injury Willis Reed had when he was with the Knicks. Okay. So if they can manage him and keep him and get him healthy enough, so within the next, what's today, the 11, 12?
Yeah, it's the 11.
So by the next month or so, Davis is ready, Gafford is ready, Lively is getting close. PJ Washington with this ankle injury, I think they'll be fine. I do. I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Dallas, they have 2 more games before All-Star break. It's a couple teams that only play 1 game, but they will be playing tomorrow against Golden State, and they'll be playing Thursday against the Heat. And both of those games are at home, so maybe that benefits them a little more.
Have it always been like this before the All-Star break where teams play? I thought they stopped. Like,
what do you mean?
Like a week. I thought they stopped playing the week of the All-Star break.
Yeah, they do stop playing the week of. I mean, the All-Star break is Thursday, and the last game is usually on. For a lot of teams, last games are usually Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday is when guys stop playing. Thursday. Y'all play on Thursday?
Yeah, it's games on Thursday.
That's what I'm saying. I don't remember it neither. No, more times than not, All-Star. The break started on Thursday, and teams didn't play on Thursday. But I think that because if you remember, All-Star weekend, All-Star break got extended by like a week now. It's not just from Thursday to Sunday. Like teams don't play till like next week.
Yeah,
late next week.
That's what they did. They extended the break on the back end.
Yeah,
so the next game isn't actually until next Wednesday, and ironically, that game is between the Lakers and the Hornets. But they're the only team that's playing on that Wednesday. After that, everybody else, or some of the teams return on Thursday, and then some of the teams return on Friday.
What team will Dalton and Mark Williams be on?
The same team they're on now.
Mars still ain't.
They challenging it.
Mars still ain't give his take on it. I know he was quiet about it. He didn't give his take on it. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
There's nothing for me to say. I mean, they rescinded it. Charlotte's not happy they rescinded it. What do you want me to say? I don't know what happened. Like everything I say would just be me projecting what I think could have happened. And
imagine that. Imagine projecting. Imagine giving your opinion on a debate show.
Right.
Doing that.
Wow. I give my opinion on the basketball products I see on the floor, not what I think front offices are going through in physicals. Like that's 2 different things. I give my opinion based on what I see. That's completely different than giving my opinion based on absolutely no information.
So you just saw a trade rescinded from an injury-prone big guy in Mark Williams, and you saw a trade rescinded from Dalton Connect, who's a long ball shooter. Mars, what do you think happened here in your estimation? What
happened is what was reported.
Okay, what was reported? What do you think happened, Mars?
He failed the physical. That's
what happened. So why do you think think this thing went the other way, Mars?
Because he failed the physical.
Right.
No, and why do you think the Hornets traded him though?
Yeah. Why do you think this thing went the other? I understand, Mars, that he failed the physical. What happened leading to him? What happened? Do you think leading to him failing the physical?
He went and did the physical.
And then what happened, Mars?
He failed it.
And then what happened?
I'm not gonna project what happens in a room that I didn't see. Like I'm not gonna
and you're not in the Mars. You know what? You're not in the locker room with.
I know it to be. Like,
and you're not in the locker room with Mazzulla, but we talk X's and O's all the time.
Yeah, but I can see the plays he's running.
Right.
I can see the plays he's running. I can watch it. I can observe it. I can't see the Mark Williams physical. Like I don't know why you want me to talk on something I don't know. Like I'm not gonna just project something I don't know. I'm fine just saying I don't know. I know people want my opinion. That's fine. But I do not know. So whatever Mark Williams' body looks like on a physical, apparently it was bad enough that the Lakers said we don't want him. That's as far as I know.
It's okay to say you don't know. That's fine. That's fine to say you don't know.
Dr. Mars.
Nope, it's fine to say you don't know.
Because Jordan, I'm trying to figure out where the confusion is coming from with you, Jordan. Because you know the thing about it is like how. Well, no, I know you're not saying that you know, but you're saying like the whole take you have with the Lakers, trying to whip the Hornets. It just seems like backwards to me because. Like especially with the Hornets doing that out of nowhere, and then now they're upset about it. It all smells a little fishy to me, man. It just smells a little fishy.
I just said no. You asking what's my riff about it? I'm saying I think the Lakers knew exactly what the Hornets knew, and I think the Lakers just did a sour deal because they're able to do it. That's all I'm saying. I think they know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I just don't believe that the Hornets did bad business. That's my logic from it. I don't think the Hornets was trying to deceive the Lakers at all, and I think that's what me and Chill was debating about. Is that I don't think that the Hornets was doing bad business at all. I think the Lakers had an idea of exactly what was going on, and they backed out of it. That's it. That's all I was saying.
So we got super chats that we about to get into. You guys already know around this time of the show what I'm going to say to you, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Like the video, subscribe, become a member, and shout out to Cheese, shout out to Vale, shout out to J-Hub, shout out to Multi Kenneth, and shout out to Cobra Son of Raditz. Those are all of our Hall of Famers. You guys are goated. Appreciate you. I got a super chat from DSG Piccolo. He said, got our ass whooped last night. Wish DeAndre Ayton a speedy recovery. It looked bad. Capture the flag might be resuming with all these injuries. It was fun. Klingon went 8 for 8, so I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton had a non-contact injury. Those always the scariest. I hope he's all right. Yeah. Did you see Jokic in that first quarter?
I didn't see the Trailblazer game last night.
He was doing, Jokic pretty good, man. He a pretty good basketball player. I think he might be having one of the 3 best offensive. I'm gonna make the caveat: offensive regular seasons in NBA history. Like I don't think there's been you got 2016 Steph, and then I don't know. There's one other season from someone somewhere maybe, and then Jokic. Like I haven't seen anything like this in 9 years. He looks pretty good.
So
I don't think he's gonna win the MVP, but he pretty good.
So you got Chamberlain in 67, Jabbar in 72, Jabbar in 74, Jordan in 89, because I think Jordan 89 was better than Jordan 88. Jordan in 92, Shaq in 2000, Steve Nash in 2006, James in 13, Curry in 16. I mean, KD was really damn good in 08 too. Not 08, I'm sorry. I want to say 11. And KD was really good in 11. These are the seasons. These are the seasons that I'm remembering. Bryant in 2004 in 2004 he was awesome too.
Or 2005.
2005 he ended up getting hurt.
Is for a lot of people. I just think regular season. I probably go
Shaq in 2000. Shaq in 2000 was unstoppable.
I mean, Shaq in 99 was unstoppable. I'm 98. I know one. Shaq's unstoppable. But I don't know. This is this combination of scoring, shooting, playmaking, passing, playing off the ball, playing on the ball, controlling the whole flow of the game offensively, offensive rebounding. I haven't seen this. And Jokic just seems to be this is the best I think he's ever been offensively.
I think I left some teams out too. I think,
but yeah, there's a lot of all-time great offensive players.
Bird in '85 was fantastic. He was even better in '86. Magic, when he took over the scoring in '87, he was phenomenal.
87 Magic, that's a good one.
Yo, Mars, how much better, if it's better, is current Jokic offensively right now? What he's doing this year compared to James Harden at his peak, whatever year you want to say that is, 18, 19,
2019. I think it's noticeable.
Noticeably better?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at like the production, like 36 is 36 and all that stuff, but I think the difference is like how they play. One I think just fits next to anyone. Like, it just makes everyone's life easier. You got James Harden, the best isolation season ever. Like, that, I'll never change my mind on that. The best isolation season ever. But when you look at a lot of stagnant standing around, I mean, you got spot up shooters who can thrive off that. But Jokic is just everyone's involved. He doesn't dominate the ball in terms of holding it, but he's always involved.
Not forced. It's not.
Yeah, like it's all within the flow of the game. I think that's the biggest difference. So like when you talk about how it fits next to other people, I think that's the biggest difference. And then you got like he's a much better passer than James Harden was, in my opinion. Much better playmaker. Probably, I think James Harden with like the lobs and stuff was extremely dangerous. But when you look at Jokic, it's just the efficient scoring from all over the floor. James Harden neglected the mid range by that point. So Jokic is, I think Jokic is shooting like 45% from three. But so you got elite 3-point shooting, especially from your big man position, which is creating crazy spacing for your teammates, big out the lane. Then you've got elite mismatch hunting where you're running that 2-man game. If you switch, he's posting you up. It's an easy bucket every time. If you don't switch, then you're giving up an advantage because he's one of the two best screeners in the game, him and DeMontis. Then you've got the offensive rebounding that he provides. So if your teammate misses a shot, he misses a shot, you still got another chance on that possession that James Harden obviously wasn't going to do. He's 6'5" and he's a 2-guard. But like all of these facets of offense, he's just impacting every single one, whether it's your floor spacing, whether it's your ability to get shots at the rim, whether it's outlets in transition, whether it's post-up scoring, mid-range scoring, whether it's him scoring at the rim. Like there's no part of offense that Jokic doesn't make your team better at. And I don't know if there's anyone else who that's been true for. There's been guys who have dominated in one facet of the game offensively, and that makes them great. But when you talk about having a hand in every single part of offense, Jokic is one of the only ones. I would say Larry Bird was kind of like that. But like a lot of just, he does everything. Like, quite frankly, he does everything.
Prime Bron, like 2000, I'm gonna go to 2018, that final series. I'm gonna go to a specific Bron.
Yeah, but even Bron isn't like, he's not creating second opportunities with offensive rebounds and stuff. So like he's not doing everything. Like he's doing a lot. Like he's responsible for everyone getting their shots because he's the only one who can really create offense for people. And he is shooting the hell out of the ball, especially in the postseason and all of those things. But Jokic is doing everything. Like everything that could be done on offense, screen setting, playing off the ball, playing on the ball, offensive rebounding, putbacks. Everything, like anything that can be done on offense, Jokic is the best at it on his team. Everything. That's not the case for like anyone, but yeah, anyone. Like that's what I think is ridiculous.
Now
it might be that,
and
maybe Wilt.
That's what I was thinking, Mars. I was thinking, I was thinking Wilt in '67, but to counter your point about Joker, I mean, I think Jordan in '89 when Jordan moved over to the lead guard spot and he became a distributor in addition to being a bucket getter and doing it not only on high volume, but high efficiency too. More times than not, when you get a guy that's shooting high volume, it doesn't equate to high efficiency. Jordan was actually shooting high volume and it was high efficiency. He was getting to the rim. Not only was he getting to the rim, he was facilitating with the best of them. And not just facilitating with the best of them, it was leading to buckets because of the amount of attention he demanded. And again, Mars, we're just talking about on the offensive side of the basketball. We're not talking about overall as a player. We're talking about what your production is on the offensive side of the basketball. And Jordan was finishing at the rim in a big man league with the best of them. He was able to knock down that mid-range shot. And with knocking down that mid-range shot, he was able to drag defenses more to him, getting Horace Grant, dive into the rim. And this, by the way, Mars, this is before the triangle came in. Like the triangle system hasn't been invented yet. This is still Jordan dominating the basketball and getting everybody involved. He was even better once the triangle system became a part of it. Once the triangle system came in, But up until that point, I mean, in 89, he was great off the ball, like you said, setting screens. Jordan actually, again, we're talking about a guy who went to the University of North Carolina, so the fundamentals were there. So he knew how to set screens, how to pick and pop, and do all of that sort of stuff. And with the basketball, he was even better. So I think 89 Jordan, I definitely think he's in that conversation. And Shaq in 2000, to your point, talking about Joker being a passer, I won't equate Shaq as a passer to Joker. I won't do that. But Shaq became a much better passer in 2000 when he got into the triangle offense. Much better passer, which enhanced his game in terms of a scorer, because now the fact that he can distribute when he got guys playing off of him, when he has action off of him, now with him being able to distribute, more attention is on those guys, which means the Shaq could get one-on-one coverage, and he was just so much better.
Yeah, I know one thing. Jokic is really cruising for his 4th MVP.
Cruising is. I don't even think.
I mean, well,
I don't even think
he's not, but he is, but he's not. If y'all get what I'm saying.
If this was, if Joker never won a league MVP and he was doing this, he'd be the league MVP this year.
But here's the thing.
Sounds like
I know Shea.
It's not Mars.
Better be texting LeBron. He better be calling Luka, trying to fuel Luka. Like, man, I can't believe them dudes did that to you, man. If I was you, I wouldn't stand for that. So the Lakers can take over the Denver Nuggets in the stadium.
Yeah, Memphis got to stay above Denver.
Hey,
if Denver get the 2 seeds, I
it's
think
over.
I think the conversation opens up a lot. But you got to remember, like OKC now have the best record in the league. Like, that's impressive. Chet's back now, which means I think they're going to be even better. Chet has looked amazing in his 2 games back, by the way. Yeah, I think OKC is going to run away with the best record in the league. And Shea is having one of the best guard seasons in like the last 20, 30 years. Which I do think is something that is relevant. Not just guards, one of the best seasons, period. Like, he's an amazing scorer.
They're 10 games up. It's not just like because they're 1 seed away. It's not. They're 10 games up on Denver.
Yeah, Denver might be able to get the 2 seed, but there'll be such a gap between 1 and 2. It's like, I guess, like
that means OKC
will be closer to 7 than it will be to 1. So.
Yeah,
that means that OKC, to your point,
in production too, though.
There's no way they're gonna give Jokic his MVP. There's nobody gonna give Jokic.
I mean,
you said a gap in production. Like, how much of a gap in production?
I mean, it depends what numbers you're looking at. It depends on what numbers you're looking at.
With Jokic and Shea, like, yeah, Shea getting to it, but Jokic is on a different planet right now.
You went too far with that.
Jokic is on a different planet.
I think Jokic is playing better than anyone. Like, that's my opinion.
I think Jokic is on a different planet. I'm talking about SGA. I think he's on a different planet than SGA. It is a gap.
So you think the gap between SGA and Joker is like this?
Well, if it's like that, then the MVP should be Jokic's. Then it's not.
Yeah, but it's not though.
The MVP doesn't go to who plays the best, even though I think it should, but it doesn't. So that's why.
But if his team,
I think Jokic would be the MVP.
If Jokic's team finishes top 4, if Jokic's team finishes top 4 in the West, right, and it's solely because of this mass production by Nikola Jokic. That's more valuable, right?
First of all,
I'm saying just off.
Wait a minute.
I think it's
other worldly production.
The Thunder right now have a better net rating than the 96 Bulls. Like, I think they might have the best net rating in NBA history. I think, like, and that's a large part because of Shea. Like, their net rating without Shea isn't that great. So, like, Shea is quite frankly leading. Statistically, the most dominant regular season team ever. That's relevant. Jokic is not doing that. Now, the team is great with Jokic on the floor, and they're terrible without him. But Shea is doing that, while some advanced metrics actually favor Shea. But like, and then he's doing that while being maybe the best scorer in the league this season. Best mid-range player in the league.
Clearly the MVP.
Well, Miles, can I say that?
So Shea has a very compelling typical MVP case. I would just go to Jokic because I don't care about
typical. Two things, Ron. Number one, Denver's in 3rd place. So 2 years ago, Joel Embiid
also just right quick, and also they're tied for the Knicks with the 5th best record in the league, and they're 1 game out of 2nd place.
And not only that, but
7-game win
games back.
And two years ago, Joel Embiid won a league MVP. Philly was in 3rd place. So I don't think this record thing is I don't think this record thing is that much of it, because again, we also talk about
good. Sure,
I think it's fantastic. And not only that, last year both Denver and OKC tied for 1st. But to Mars's point, we talked about OKC having a better net rating than the Bulls. I mean, the Celtics had a better net rating than the Bulls last year. And Jason Tatum was leading that team in points, rebounds, and I think he was second in assists.
They had a better net rating than the 92 Bulls, not the 96 Bulls.
I'm wait a minute. I'm confident that last season.
I could look it up, but I'm confident they didn't. But I could look it up if you want. Last year Boston had.
There's no way you did that fast.
No, he'll find it. Sure.
Last year
AI generated, Jordan.
That's what I'm saying.
Last year,
I'm confident that I saw.
Year they had a plus 11.6 net rating.
At the end of the season.
Yes, the 96 Bulls had. We're doing this live on air, so maybe I'm wrong.
Watch this. Mars was Jalen Green's VORP.
Don't worry about it. Last year, the 96 Bulls had a plus 13.4, so it was lower than the 96 Bulls. It was higher than the 92 Bulls, who had a plus 11, but it wasn't the 96 Bulls. The 96 Bulls have the best net rating in NBA history, besides the Thunder right now. But the Thunder,
besides the Thunder right now,
yeah. But
I'm confident. I read that last
Thunder's
season.
Net rating right now?
Like 14
plus 13, plus
like
13.6. Yes. I think so. They just passed them last night with their blowout against the Pelicans, but.
Because there was a time last year when the Celtics had the best net rating in NBA history. We actually had a conversation about that. That was going on. That 100% was going on. Mm-hmm, no doubt about that. But
that's changed. I'm sure OKC will have it for the whole season.
But to your voter fatigue logic, Mars, I think where the divide comes in is when Joker sets the standard. That's now the standard for him. So when Joker wins his first league MVP at 26, 12, and let's say 8, okay, that's Joker. And then when Joker raises that, then now that's the standard. Even though his last 3 MVPs, I think he averaged 26, 12, and I think he averaged 26, 12, and like I think 8 or something like that, Ron, like 26. So that's the standard for Joker. Now Joker has raised his level, right? Joker has raised his level. That's why he's in the MVP conversation. However, SGA has also raised his level last season from what last season was. And with him raising his level from last season, it's affected his group. It's affected his group winning more because winning matters when you're talking about the league MVP. Mars, I know how you feel about a guy just playing the best. That's essentially what they do in baseball. Whoever played the best, I don't care if you was in third place.
Everything I hear about baseball sounds like I would like the sport.
I don't care if you was in third place. I don't care if you was in fifth place. Whoever played the best, whoever the best player was, that's who the league MVP is. That's
too slow for you, Mars.
That's it. But
yeah, it probably looks boring, but the way they do things seems to be fair.
It's really good.
Nah, it's fair. It's definitely fair. It's not boring to me because I love baseball, but it's too boring for you, Mars. You don't even like football, so it's too boring for you.
The point I'm making is Joker raising his level of play. I don't think that there's voter fatigue more than there's people looking at what SGA is doing. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to vote for Joker. I'm just voting for SGA because he's doing more than he's ever done. At this point,
why would we compare you to yourself and not to the rest of the league? Like that doesn't seem fair.
Because it's voter fatigue. That's why.
But Chill's saying it's not. That's why we.
It is.
No, Chill, what you describing? Chill, what you're describing is exactly what voter fatigue is. It's like, all right, he done this. I'm not that impressed anymore. He does something else. That's his standard now. I'm not that impressed anymore. Then he does it again, and I'm not that impressed anymore. That's literally voter fatigue.
But does that mean that I can't be impressed with somebody else too? Don't get me wrong.
If you're only impressed with them more because they've never done something before,
yeah,
that means you're fatigued by someone else's sustained greatness. The way I would do it, imagine every NBA player is a rookie. So you've never seen a season from them before. Who's the MVP? It shouldn't be, oh, well, Jokic did this 3 years ago. So, like, Shai's doing this now. It's new. Let's give him the MVP. That shouldn't be how it works. I understand the human minds. It's like when you get used to something, once you start seeing something more and more, it's like, okay, what's next? But, like, at some point, we have to just acknowledge someone's playing better than everyone. Even if he's been playing better than everyone for 9 years. Like, I'm sorry. Someone else needs to catch up. I'm not just going to start giving other people awards because... oh, well, I know you've been doing this for 9 years, but someone else, this is the first time they've ever done this, so let's give them the award. Like, I don't think that's fair.
I just think it's different when you say voter fatigue. I mean, it's not voter fatigue for me when the guy is coming in second. It's not like he's coming in 5th or 6th and nobody's voting for him. He's still right there.
He's coming in second because we can't allow him to come in first, still.
Well, if that's true, So if that's true, why is he not coming in third then? So why is he not coming in fourth?
He's not third.
Because he's not third.
So
he's clearly first. He's clearly first, but we're gonna feel sympathy.
Clearly
for
first. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I don't know if he's clearly first. I don't know if he's clearly first.
I'm not going to argue that he's a better player than SGA. I won't argue.
No, it's not about being a better player. He's clearly playing better than SGA, but he's done this before. So give it to SGA because he hasn't won it before.
Well, Jordan,
Lamar Jackson is SGA the same thing. There's no way Lamar don't win MVP.
Okay, and I feel that. But what I'm saying is SGA has earned his spot at the top. Like, by all means. Once again, and it might not all be individual stats. The record goes into it, how his team's performing. Like, you guys
with
know
him on the floor and with him out on the floor.
Goes into MVP. 100% winning goes into MVP. So, like, SGA being on a historical team, that's part of his argument. That's a heavy part of his argument. Yeah. Now, but once again,
Ron,
what bridges the gap?
Is not his best, and I will argue winning is not as much of a factor as it once was. Once we started seeing no, it's not. Because once we seen Russell Westbrook win MVP,
yes, it is. That's one time. Him and Joker.
Jokic won.
Him and Joker. That's it. That's it. Everybody else winning matters.
So it's not. No, it doesn't.
Embiid's won it as a 3 seed when Jokic was a 1 seed.
But also too,
a top 3 seed.
Who else?
Yeah, but Jokic was
that's
the 1
way
seed.
different than a 6 seed.
Jokic was the 1 seed.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook won it as the 7 seed.
Who else on that MVP list was on a historical team that was winning like this?
No, SGA has the best. SGA has the best typical, like just like what the MVP used to be
traditional.
The traditional MVP case. SGA, in my opinion, has the best traditional MVP case since Giannis in 2020. I think. Yeah, since Giannis in 2020. He has the best traditional MVP case. All-time dominant regular season team, in large part because of what he's contributing. The numbers, the box score numbers back it up. The advanced stats back it up. They all paint him as one of the 2 or best player in the world. He has the best traditional MVP case since Giannis in 2020. So I think that's the case for him. It's like when you look at the precedent of NBA MVPs, SGA has that. Everyone else who's gone against Jokic in this MVP race for the last 4 years, Embiid, Giannis in some of those years, Shea last year, they didn't have the same case that Shea has this year. This is an all-time dominant OKC team that doesn't look so all-time dominant when Shea's not on the floor. So, like, he's a big part of the reason why he has a plus 20 net rating this season. 20. You know how crazy that is? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yes, that's incredible.
So, and like I said, they have the best net rating in NBA history. Offensively, he practically is their entire offense. When we talk about how good OKC is, defensively, sure, Shea might not be their most impactful defender, but he's a really good defender. Offensively, he's their whole offense. Their offense falls off a cliff without him, similar to what Denver does without Jokic. Sure. But the difference is OKC play like an all-time great team with Shea on the floor. Denver doesn't. So Shea has a really good typical MVP case. I'm just saying, for me, if I was a voter, and I've made very clear about this for years now, I would just vote for who I think has played the best. And that's why Jokic is my MVP. And that's not going to change unless I think Shea starts playing better than Jokic. But as of today, Jokic has been the best player in the NBA this season.
No, Mars. He's been the most valuable player. He's been the most valuable player.
We'll stop right there because no, he has not been the most valuable because what Mars just said, Jordan, what Mars just said stamps that. You just said, Mars, one more time. Plus, hold on, Jordan. Hold on, Jordan.
Right now, chill.
Hold on, Jordan. Mars, one more time. Plus what?
20.
When this team, when he's off the floor, what happens to them?
They're a regular team.
How is
he didn't say what Jokic is.
Whoa.
Jokic is a plus 12, and when he's off the floor, the Nuggets are the worst team in the NBA.
Sure. So okay,
it's fairly the same.
So chill. So
the differential is different, but the high end is not the same.
Yeah.
Floor raising versus ceiling raising, I guess.
Once again, like you just said, Mars, when he's off the floor, where is Oklahoma City? Where is Oklahoma City in the standings?
He said a very average team.
Yeah, they're a solid team. They're a mid team.
Okay, so where are they in the standings right now when SGA is playing?
The best team in the NBA.
Best team in the NBA. Yeah. So when you're talking about okay, so where are the Nuggets? The Nuggets are not close to what Oklahoma City is.
Well,
the reason why Oklahoma, I'm not trying to skip over the point. The MVP to what you just said, the most valuable to your team's success. How successful are we when he's on the floor compared to everybody else? we are the best team in the league. Not only are we the best team in the league, he is the best. He is the reason for that. He's the most valuable to our success. How he's playing, he leads the league in scoring. He leads the league in scoring.
Over your own point because you trying to prove it so bad that you forgot that when Mars said when Jokic is not on the floor, what type of team is the Nuggets?
They're not better than Oklahoma City.
The worst team in the chill. They're the worst team in the league if Jokic isn't on the floor.
Okay, and when SGA is off the floor, what do they look like?
They're mid.
They're average team. They're mid team.
Okay, and when Joker is on the floor, what do they look like?
The third, possibly going to be second best team.
And when SGA is on the floor, what do they look like? Yes. They're the best team in the league.
Chill. I'm not arguing that point, but what I'm saying is one is more valuable to me because one is the worst team in the league without him. The worst team in the league, not the mid, the worst team. That sounds like value.
It depends how you guys define value. What's more valuable, being the best ever with me and being okay without me, or being a really good team with me but being the worst ever without me? Some people define value differently. Like you guys are just gonna argue.
I agree with that, Mars. I would agree with that, Mars. But I'm saying at least being a mid team, we get a chance to do something. Just because you're the best team don't mean you got a chance to win. Don't mean you got a chance. When you're a mid team, you at least got a chance to do something. When you're the worst team, you ain't got a chance to do nothing. That's all I'm saying.
That's fine, but then like with that being the case, Kevin Garnett should have won Tim Duncan's MVP in 03.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't have.
No, that's why I just want to. No, that was me just pushing Kevin Garnett propaganda. That's what that was. That wasn't me like, I cooked you. That was me just making the case that KG should have another MVP. That's what I was doing. That was just me bigging up KG.
Where was Minnesota that year?
Seeding?
I think they were in the top 5 in the West, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think they were lower than that in 2003.
Let's see, in the Western Conference, the Spurs won 60 games, the Timberwolves won 51. They were the 4 seed.
Yeah, so
they won more games than the Lakers.
So I do want to say, as of today,
and they would have been number 1 in the East. But sorry, go ahead.
I got SG as of today, but I just had to put this filler out there. I had to put this warning out there, and I'm just letting you guys know. If the Nuggets keep trending up in the winning column, it's gonna be tough for Shea. And y'all know it helps my agenda. Remember, I initially said in the summer my take on the MVP was it's gonna go to a first-time MVP. I threw Ant out there, I threw Tatum out there, I threw Ja out there. Yeah, but and then obviously Shea. I said it was gonna be a first-time MVP, and as of right now,
even after what happened last year.
Yeah, well, the Thunder are better than last year. I projected they would be better than last year. I also was projecting that the Celtics would be better too, or as good. And both teams have been phenomenal. But it's just this Jokic guy just
Ron. You know what's gonna be crazy?
Keep winning.
Is if the Nuggets come after the All-Star break and they go on like a 15-game winning streak.
Oh,
that's gonna derail.
If they close the gap to OKC, then Shea has no chance. But
yeah, bro, that's gonna be crazy.
Right now, I think Shea would win it if the voting was today. And I keep saying it every year.
I think so too.
I don't particularly care, but I do think Shea would win it right now. And I think
so too. But the fact that we got
Shea's made the best case. I think Shea's made the best case against Jokic that anyone has made since Jokic has been an MVP level player. So 21 when it was Steph.
Even Joel Embiid in 23.
Yeah, I think Shea has the better MVP case than Embiid did. Embiid played at an MVP level. Embiid was amazing, but Jokic played better than him and had the better seeding. Like there was no. I know why Embiid won it, and to be honest,
because he cried about it.
I know why Embiid won it. I think last year Embiid was making a better case than Shea was. Is this year, but he got hurt.
Oh, before he got hurt.
Last year Embiid was going to win it, and I think it would have been deserved. He just obviously everything happened, but Shea is making a tremendous MVP case, and Shea's amazing.
Did Joker make a better MVP?
His historical respect until like he wins or something, then everyone's like, "Oh my God, Shea's better than this guy." They can't say it right now because they just have to deny what their eyes are seeing. But Shea's amazing.
Did Joker make a better MVP case than Giannis in 21?
I can't even remember 21. Off the top of my head, I think Jokic played better than Giannis. I have to look at the seeding and stuff to see like who made the better MVP case. But for me, I'd like to say so. I know the Nuggets were the 3 seed, I think, because Jamal went down.
He got hurt. If Jamal doesn't get hurt, they definitely go high.
The Nuggets won more games than the Bucks. I think Jokic played better than Giannis, but I remember Giannis didn't win it because people were talking about how Giannis hasn't done anything in the playoffs, so he can't win 3 MVPs. It was the same talk they gave for Jokic in the 23 season. Like, oh, he hasn't won, so how can we give him 3 MVPs? The exact same thing happened to Giannis. So, like, I'm not like, oh, Jokic is the only one who fell victim to this. Yeah, but he lost. So, I'm not saying Jokic is the only one who fell victim to that. Giannis has fell victim to that as well. But yeah, I think Shai's MVP case this year is stronger than Giannis's was in 2021. So yeah, I think this is the best MVP case someone has made against Jokic. And it's interesting because this is the best season Jokic has ever had. So Shai making this strong of a case is crazy. Because I think if Shai had this season in 2021, I don't think there'd be a conversation. I think Shai would just win the MVP. So credit to Shai for how great he's been.
Yep. DSG did send through the super chat, and we had actually addressed the Nuggets, and that kind of led to this whole debate that we were having. Yeah. We didn't even talk about the Blazers. Are the Blazers back with capture the flag?
No,
I hope so. I hope so. I don't know why they're trying to win.
I think the Blazers on to something, Ron, and I like what they're doing up there. I do.
Even without Ayton?
Even without Ayton. I like what they're doing up there because I think Klingen. First of all, you already told me. Y'all dudes already told me how y'all feel about DeAndre Ayton. Y'all already told me. So I think if you get Klingen back in the lineup, I mean, I like what they're doing with what they have right now. I do. I like it.
Bro, all right, bro. Klingen is really damn good, bro. He was like one of my favorite players coming out of that draft. Bro, he's really damn good. A guy that damn big that can run that many different actions, like, and without panicking. That to me is like super valuable to me. Like, I thought he could have easily been a top. What number did he go?
He went 3. I think he went not 3.
7 to 8. He could have he could have been 3. He could have easily been the number 2 pick.
I would have liked him in Houston. That was one of the guys.
He could easily be the number 2 or 3 pick, or number 1. He could have easily went
ahead of Atlanta. He should have went ahead of Richie.
Bro, watching him in college, bro, I studied a lot of tape on him, and I was super impressed with how fast he makes decisions. Like, he makes decisions very fast. Like, for a big man who's not as offensively,
gifted. He's not a big time athlete.
I thought he should have been the number 1 pick. I was like, bro, watching him and the way he defends too, I'm like, he could have easily been the number 1 pick, bro. So
if he was better offensively, I think he probably would have been. It's just like he doesn't really have a post game he can go to. The touch around the rim isn't great. Like,
but Mark, I'm comparing it to the guys that went number 1 and 2.
Oh,
they don't really have much either. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Easy on my man, we should say, because like I told you guys, the injury to Jalen Johnson, it was going to open up some opportunity for him.
Yeah, but he's a role player.
Since then, well, Klingen's a role player too.
Right. I think Klingen is the better role player, though, the more valuable role player. That's all I'm saying.
Players. They all role
one
players.
of them is more valuable, though.
Yeah, I just know Richie Shai's looked a whole lot better in the last few games. I think he's averaging like 16 plus. He's shooting 40 plus from 3. I think he got 1 turnover in like 6 games. So he's been looking real good. And obviously, when you're young, you got to play games. You got to learn. And it's looking like he's turning a corner.
Reed Sheppard's annoying me, Ron. But I'm gonna just leave it.
I've been seeing it. I've been watching. I've been tapping in.
And I acknowledge that Chauncey Billups has been better. Like, this crew ain't just winning games. I like the fact that Chauncey he's just been better. He looks like he's
tinkered with the lineups and stuff. It's been interesting.
He looked like he's expanded the lineup a little bit. He's playing this kid Tamari. Did I say his name right?
Tamani.
I said Tamari. I'm sorry, Tamani. He's playing him a lot more in the meat and potatoes of games, which I do like that. I think he sticks with Scoot when Scoot has it going, which I think is good, and I think that helps his confidence. I mean, don't get me wrong. This kid Simons is fun to watch. I will not argue that. I think this kid Simons is fun to watch, but I think Sharp can be more of that, and they can expand on that. And I think they working on it. I gotta give Chauncey Billups credit. I think they're building something up there in Portland. I do. I think that they're building something up there in Portland. And shout out to DSG, because this is the only place he could come to actually talk Trailblazer basketball. They ain't talking about the Trailblazers nowhere else.
The Blazers have the best broadcast in the NBA. That's my genuine opinion. They have the best broadcast.
Don't they just drop nuggets?
You want to know why?
What? I ain't know that.
Wow.
And you want to know why? Because Kevin Calabro up there. Okay. I can't wait for the Sonics to come back. So my man Kevin Calabro.
I watch Blazers games just for the broadcast sometimes. Like, they be
just drop nuggets. I'm like,
they be dropping interesting stats. They be showing love to the other team. Like, it's
bro, I ain't gonna lie,
great broadcast, man. It's an amazing.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate watching the Knicks broadcast and I hate watching the Lakers broadcast. Oh my god,
I hate
like
the
I can watch
Celtics
the game
and the Warriors broadcast. I hate both of them.
The Warriors broadcast is super biased, but
I despise the Warriors.
It's super biased. I be want to watch the games on mute, but I'm like, oh my god, bro. Like, I just want to hear, like, if I'm listening to the game, I want to at least learn something while I'm listening. I don't want to hear them just lie about a foul that they don't think that was a foul, but in realistically, you know that's a damn foul. Like, I'm like, bro, put this crap on mute. But whatever. I need to pay more attention to the Blazers. I'm only way I watch them is for Cunningham. That's it, because I want to be right about them.
They don't suck, yo.
But I like Chauncey Billups as a coach, and I understand the importance of a coach, like having time with his players, like having time, especially when you come from a disastrous turnover with Dame just up and leaving. Like, Chauncey needs time.
They had to start over.
And Scoot Henderson, like, maybe it's probably going to be a botched pick after all of these years, but you need time. I think so. I think he's going to be a botched pick. I'm not saying he's not going to be a good player, but I'm saying picked at what he was picked and what he was projected. They botched that. They lied about that. But I think he's still going to be a decent player. But as far as for what they projected him to be, no. So I think Chauncey having the time to incorporate his ideas on them, it's just give it some time. And they still got work to do. They got to get rid of guys like Jeremy Grant. They got to get rid of him. You got to get rid of all the guys that been there. Nah, keep Anthony. Anthony's a dude. But
I didn't see the whole game.
I'm ready to move on.
I didn't see what happened to Aiden.
Why move on from Simon?
Non-contact injury.
Because I think Scoot and Sharp are the future. That's why.
Scoot is not even close to being as good as Anthony Simons.
You don't know who he is. You just seen him.
He probably
don't know.
Never.
You do that shit all the time, Jordan.
Never.
I can't stand you. How condescending you can be about these players. No, you're not.
I'll be right.
No, you're not.
Yes,
You're completely wrong. No, you're not. You don't know who this dude is. How much better is Scoot this year?
Stop right there. Confidence are you giving me to say
how much
better, going to be better than Anthony?
How much better is Scoot this year than he was last year?
He was sorry as hell last year. It's not
so
that
he's sorry
hard.
as hell this year too. Then so he's sorry as hell this year too. You don't even watch the Blazers. Get the hell out of here, Jordan. You don't even watch the Blazers. His decision making is much better. Not only is his decision making much better,
you are praising a toddler being able to walk. You are praising a baby that wasn't able to walk this year. Say, look how much better he walked last year. That's what you're doing.
That's what happens. That's called growth. That's called growth, Jordan.
And you just said,
but everybody can walk. Everybody can walk.
Not everybody can walk. If everybody can walk, people wouldn't have wheelchairs. So not everybody can walk. So kill that. So that's just not true.
Chill. Everybody on this panel can walk.
That's number one. Number two, you just said to us about Chauncey Billups. Guys need time. Guys need time. So turns out,
average.
So turns out, if I'm not mistaken, Scoot is getting better because he's getting time, which means that he's going to be better in the future. You, on the other hand, you won't give him time. You won't give him time.
No,
even though he's got a point guard.
Chill. You like to do arguments so only you can straddle around your point that you are making. What I'm saying is this,
called the stance. That's what it's called. Okay, that's my stance. What are you talking about?
What have you seen from Scoot Henderson that says he's going to be better than Anthony?
Okay, so
besides they both can walk, apparently.
Okay, so number one, when I watch him, his decision making with the ball has improved. His passing. Look, so no matter what I say, it's going in one hand out the other. Ron, next thing, move on. Next thing, let's go, Ron.
Wait, hold on.
No matter what I say, it doesn't make a difference.
Jordan, because chill off that. But I just want to give my take on the situation.
Sure.
Because chill on Chill with Chill on Saturday, I also did say I think Scoot Henderson will be a really good backup and maybe one day be able to take over those roles. I do.
And he's not ready to get off. He's not ready to get off Simons yet.
I'm not ready to get off of Simons because I think Simons is really good right now, and they're clearly trying to be competitive. Chauncey's not trying to just tank. Maybe early on, but it looks like he wants these dudes to get into the habit of winning basketball games, and Anthony Simons does that. If you're not going to get top value back for him, I'm keeping him, and I'm gonna let Scoop develop at his own pace and just run that backup PG position. Now, Jordan, you can draft the guy high, but as long as he brings some type of value to your team, it really don't matter. To me, it really don't matter what pick all these guys were at, right? Like if I got 5 players on the basketball court and they're all being productive, I don't care who got picked first, second, 25th, you know what I'm saying, 35th. None of that really matters to me. So the fact that they drafted Scoot that high, if you I don't know. I don't know. That's my thing. When you playing poker, you got your cards. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care who we missed on. I got this dude now. We got to make the best of this opportunity. Scoot Henderson might end up being the best backup point guard in the NBA one day if he does. You know, let's just say that for just hypothetically. He might also if he ends up being the best backup point guard in the NBA, that is very important. That is a very important position.
I didn't say nothing was wrong with that. I'm just going off of Chill's pushback about Anthony Simon. You know what Chill just basically did? He just walked in the room and said, I'm going to slap somebody. I'm going to slap your ass. Why me? What you going to slap me for? That's what I want to know.
Ox is slappable. But
why do you want to pick on Anthony? Why do you want to pick on Anthony?
He's not, Jordan, he's not picking on Anthony because, I mean, if we're being quite frank, yes, Anthony's solid, but Anthony's not all that exceptional. Like Scoot does have the potential to be better than Anthony Simons. Scoot has the potential
in
different ways, but Scoot still has a 19-9 ceiling.
That's why I think he is. With
solid defense. What? 19 points and 9 assists with solid defense. Like that's
why I think he is at his best.
Do that.
Yeah, that's why I think he is.
And that is better than Anthony Simons.
So Scoot is Tyrese Halliburton, is what y'all saying.
No, okay. So you okay.
So scrape the 19-9, dude. Let's scrape the 19-9. Let's turn that down. He's not Tyrese Halliburton.
I mean, it'll look different. He might not be shooting like Hallie. He might be getting downhill and stuff like that. But it'll be 19-9 in his own way. But I'm saying he could be 19-9 with good defense, and if he's that, he's better than Anthony Simons right now.
At the casualty of what?
Well, what would it be at the casualty of?
Turn the ball over a lot.
Anthony Simons is good at the casualty of some things too. Anthony Simons don't play no goddamn defense. Anthony Simons leaves a lot on the table to be desired in the playmaking department. Anthony Simons shoots dumbass shots, but when Anthony Simons gets hot, he's unstoppable. So I'm saying like Anthony Simons just ain't no crazy high bar. I'm just I'm
not saying that. You can put that out there. I'm just low on what y'all think Scoot Henderson's ceiling is going to be. And I know y'all want to be optimistic because he was drafted too, because he was between Victor and him. So y'all want to be high, just like everybody was so high on Jalen Green. And I said, good player. This is where he's probably going to end up. I think the same thing about Scoot, except I think lower than him of Jalen Green. That's what I think. That's what I'm saying. I think Scoot, like I said, he's going to be a very good backup point guard if he can handle it. Guys like that, a lot of times get out the NBA too, though. Like Dennis Smith Jr. A lot of guys get out the NBA. So don't forget about that too. What's the difference between Dennis Smith Jr. and Scoot Henderson? Besides, right now, it's Scoot's turn. What's the difference, Chill?
I will give you that.
Are we doing that?
I will give you that one.
What is the difference?
Damn. Well, okay. What the difference is that Scoot is actually learning how to play basketball. I don't think that they were teaching Dennis Smith anything where he was playing at. I don't. And I don't think Dennis Smith Jr., his game was conducive, especially getting bounced around like he was. He was in Dallas. He goes from Dallas to Brooklyn, which was a disaster. He was all over the place.
Dallas to New York first.
And that was even worse. So when Scoot is playing with Chauncey Billups, being able to establish, playing with one coach, playing in a system, being taught how to play the lead guard spot, which is what he's being taught now, and getting better at it, I see a big time upside from him. I think even though I think he went backwards this season, I think last year he was 14 and I think he was like 14-6 or 14, something like that. I think this year he's 12 and I think he's 12-5, something like that. And going backwards isn't a bad thing all the time. Going backwards can mean going forward in a big way in the future. And I think that's what the story is with Scoot. I think Scoot's decision making has gotten better.
I was gonna say this year. Dennis got 2 years with Dallas too.
Dennis got 2 years with Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just so happened it got Luka Doncic.
Right.
So what if the Blazers just so happen to get Dylan Harper?
Well, they don't have that. That's not what's going on right now. What's going on right now is what they have, and what I'm seeing.
But I'm saying next year.
I'm not projecting into the future and what they get. I'm going off of what right now. So if you think Dylan Harper is better than Scoot Henderson right now, that's why you brought him up. So
that's a fact.
I don't think that. But with that being said, if I'm being honest, Scoot Henderson would destroy the Big Ten. He would wreck the Ace. What is that? Rutgers is in. Rutgers is in the Big Ten. Scoot would destroy the Big Ten. He would wreck that league. Give me a break.
Dylan Harper probably would wreck the G League Ignite too.
You could talk that. Scoot being in the league for 2 years. Take Scoot right now and put him in the Big Ten. He would wreck the Big Ten.
Jordan, are you fighting that, Jordan? Are you fighting that, Jordan? That Scoot wouldn't wreck the Big Ten?
Okay, that's fine. What I'm saying is Dylan Harper would wreck the G League Ignite. What are we talking about?
Do you think he would wreck the NBA right now?
I think.
You think he would be better than Scoot? Right now, if he came on the crew, he would be better than what Scoot Henderson is.
Probably so. I think so. I think because he's more of a complete player. I think Dylan Harper is the most complete player in the draft right now. I think he's the most NBA ready player in the draft. That's what I think.
Interesting.
And I'm not saying he's better than Cooper Flag. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying right now he's the most NBA ready player. His game is going to translate. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I think highly of Dylan Harper is Scoot Henderson.
All right, y'all.
And if the Blazers get him, chill, man, you're gonna have this conversation again.
We're gonna be doing some mock drafts coming up here real soon, especially with this last mock draft. But Mars, you mentioned that you're tired of Reed Sheppard. I just want to ask you a quick question. Who would you have rather chosen there other than Reed?
Mars, you can't be sick of him yet, Mars. I just got the goddamn job.
You guys heard me the whole pre-draft lead up. I ain't want him. Like, this ain't nothing new. Like, I didn't want him. I would have rather Donovan Clingan. I think Rob Dillingham's better than him.
That's
sure.
Who I'm thinking. Rob Dillingham.
Matas for sure. Kalel Ware. I would have took Topic and just said let him sit out the rookie year and just see what he has next year. Like,
here we go.
Reed Sheppard just hasn't been good. Like, and I wasn't as high on the upside as I definitely wasn't buying the Curry thing. Like, I just saw an undersized guards who played off the ball, isn't a point guard, and could shoot really well. Like, I didn't see what you guys saw. So I wasn't high on him pre-draft, and now in the league, I'm not very high either. Like, I think he can be good. Like, obviously, he can shoot better than he's shooting right now. Like, I'm not doubting the fact that he can shoot. I just don't see the upside with Reed Sheppard at 3, and I didn't think he was going to solve a need that the Rockets had. So I hope he figures it out. Like, obviously, I hope Reed Sheppard figures it out. I'm just not very high. I wasn't high on him pre-draft. I'm still not very high on him now.
Sure.
The time I was highest on him was during that summer league, where I still believe he was still too good for summer league. Like, he was way better than that competition.
After the first game, you was like, get him out of here.
Yeah, he's still too good for that. The same way I think he's also just too good for the G League. Like, the level between the NBA and the G League is like so substantial that like it's good to have reps, but at the end of the day, like, what are you learning in the G League that applies to the NBA besides like getting confidence and stuff? Like, so I don't know. I hope he figures it out. But like, it's not like he's the youngest rookie. Like, so you also got to factor that in. Like, he's gonna be 21 in the off season. So I think he might be older than Cam Whitmore. Like, so.
So his ceiling is Peyton Pritchard.
If he's Peyton Pritchard, I'd celebrate.
That's all right.
Yeah, if he's Peyton Pritchard, I'm just saying for being
the number 3. First of all, Peyton Pritchard was a bucket at Oregon, but I'm saying for him to be the number 3 pick, if we can get his ceiling to be Peyton Pritchard,
that's a major success based on what I'm seeing right now.
I think he could be better than that.
I don't even know. I'm not even trying to do this. And I'm not even trying to do this because I don't want nobody to really think that I really want to do this. But I remember like somebody telling me, like, when have a guard like him ever been that amazing in the NBA?
Scott Skiles.
Kirk Heinrich.
Scott Skiles.
But even Kirk Heinrich's better than Reed Sheppard, bro.
Way better. Kirk
Heinrich was
rookie. Kirk Heinrich was a legit
way better though.
Like, I don't know, man.
Like we don't even
Let's
know.
go look at rookie Kurt Heinrich. Y'all wanna go do that?
Rookie Kurt Heinrich.
Pick up Kurt Heinrich skeletons in his rookie year.
Talk
about he's better than him. He's a rookie.
I was a Kirk Heinrich fan. Kirk Heinrich was a
he was probably better than Reed, though, Ron. Kirk was nasty.
I don't know. Was Kirk even playing as a rookie?
Yes, he
was.
Yes,
12 a game. 12 a game. So almost 7 assists, Ron. What we talking about?
All right,
yeah,
sounds like he was better. I'm just saying, like, but hold on, no. Kirk
Wade said he had some of the most difficult times when he was dealing with Kurt Heinrich.
I don't.
Kirk was nasty.
Why can't we just acknowledge when a rookie's bad? Like it seems like anytime I or Jordan speak on a young player, it just gets met with the pushback that they're young. Like, okay,
exactly.
like
I'm not denying.
But two things can be true though, Mars. Two things can be true. Okay.
Don't know he's 20. Like,
what I'm saying, though, Mars, it's two things can be true. Okay, Reed sucked right now, but he is a kid. So can we give him some time?
But
can we do that?
But just because you're a young player, that doesn't mean that you're just you're gonna figure everything out. Like, there's a reason bust exists.
Yeah,
like I'm sure there were some people. Oh, Anthony Bennett suck right now, but he's young. He only 19. Like, okay, cool. And then guess what? He never figured it out. Like, some people just don't figure it out. Like, I'm just looking at what Reed Sheppard is right now. Same thing I looked at with Scoot Henderson when I said what I said about him maybe a month or two ago. What is the avenue to success for Reed Sheppard, and how attainable is it? Not just because he's young, he'll figure it out. What does Reed Sheppard do well right now? What will he do well in the future, and how will he attain that? That's the question I'm asking. Because right now, I wasn't high on Reed Sheppard pre-draft because he was an undersized guard who I didn't think was going to be good defensively, and he's not a point guard, so he plays off of the ball. So what's the value of a 6'2" guy who plays off of the ball primarily?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm looking at Reed Sheppard in the NBA. He's a mismatch on defense, and he's a 6'2" guard who plays off of the ball primarily.
Yeah, and the game is too slow for him.
But he can play with the ball.
Is he even 6'2"?
Yeah.
The game, man, and Mars, I'm gonna be honest with you too. The game, processing the game and the decisions, he's moving at a slow rate too. I think that's part of the reason why he can't play.
Even in transition, when the game's meant to be at its freest state, like he's
I think Reed Sheppard's worst part is the shots that he's supposed to shoot. He doesn't process them fast enough, and he don't shoot them. And I think that's his biggest problem. Like, and I think that's why it's like, damn, dude, they're trying, but he's just not gathering the information. I don't know.
What's the difference? What's the difference between Jalen Green today and Jalen Green 2 years ago?
Jalen Green was always aggressive. Jalen Green was always
Jalen Green is much better defensively now, but at pre-draft he was viewed as someone who could be a good defender. So that wasn't a shock. It was like Jalen Green has the tools to be a good defender. Sure. Jalen Green has become a better decision maker and playmaker with the ball in his hand. Still not great, but also pre-draft. But also pre-draft, they said about Jalen Green, he could handle offense in smaller doses. Like, he could run pick and rolls, he could make decisions. You just didn't want him to overdo it. His handle is still quite loose, but it's improved. And his shot selection has improved. Sure. The shot making is still up and down, but the shot selection has improved. And now this year, for the first time, he's playing with better pace. The pace 100%. Is the thing that's really changed. But Jalen Green has just a much better athletic profile than Reed Sheppard does. So he had to figure out how to slow down. Okay. Reed Sheppard has to read the game quicker.
Wait a minute, Mars. But wait a minute, Mars.
I think it's easier to slow down and understand the game.
Because I do want you to stay right there because you're a draft guy, right? You pay attention to these guys in the draft. So what's the scouting report on Reed Sheppard coming into the game? Coming into the pro game.
Elite shooter. NBA range from day one. Really good active defensive playmaker. Capable of running pick and rolls, but not very aggressive as a scorer out of pick and rolls. And I mean, anything else? High motor, high energy. Okay. And then the typical white guy stuff, good feel for the game.
Right, sure. Can knock down open shots, stuff like that. Sure. I got that
Plays
part.
The right way.
Yes, absolutely. So now he comes into the game and he starts off a little slow. Is it ridiculous for me to think Reed Sheppard in 2 years, some of this stuff that's on the scouting report can materialize? He can become better in the pick and roll. He can be a better shooter. He can be.
Why are you optimistic about that, though?
Here's why I'm optimistic about that. Number one, in Houston, you got different management. You and I have had this conversation in the past, Jordan. It was Animal House.
Coming to the Silas era. He ain't coming to the Silas.
It was Animal House over there. Nobody was teaching those guys anything. You got different management over there with different management, and having a high draft pick like that, you're almost obligated to teach this guy the pro game. Almost obligated to teach him the game. with that being said, there's obvious that there's something that they see there because they sent him to the G League to get reps and to keep that confidence in
the
him.
G League.
And he fried and they brought him right back up. But yeah, I don't think you understand my question as far as like when I say why are you optimistic about Reed Sheppard doing that? I think what I'm basically saying is I think you are optimistic about it because they drafted him that high. That's number one. Number two, like Mars said, what avenue are you seeing for him to do that?
Well, two reasons to answer your question, Jordan. One, I'm optimistic because management has changed, and I feel like with different management, you have the opportunity to have better teachers. Number two, he comes from a basketball family, so the basketball IQ is there. So I think that he could be more receptive to things than he was. Even though Silas comes from a basketball family, Silas had no direction, right? Silas had no direction. He had no idea what he was doing with any of those guys. Ime Udoka and that team over there, they actually have an idea of what they're doing with guys, and I feel like he could be more receptive. And if you give him time, Mars, if you think about the guys who have been busts, a lot of these guys who have been busts, more times than not, nobody was teaching them anything. I don't think that anybody was showing them how to do anything. They're the number 3 pick, they're the number 5 pick. They just gave them the ball, figure it out. Okay, I've said this to Ox numerous times. When I get to the pro game, I'm not a pro. I got pro potential. It's your job to teach me the pro game because I don't know it. I might have some of the tools to be successful here, but it's your job to. And I do feel like a lot of these guys have the work ethic, but some of them don't. That's why they are busts. But for a guy like Reed Sheppard, I think he has the tools and I think he has the work ethic, plus with good management, to be a damn good NBA player. I just think that he needs time.
If Houston are trying to be good, do they have the time to develop Reed Sheppard?
Yeah. I do think that they have the time to develop Reed Sheppard. Here's the difference, though, Mars. We are trying to be good. We don't have to have Reed Sheppard on the floor right now because we have the luxury of having these other guys who are better than him. This is not a situation where we're trying to be good and we don't have anybody except Reed Sheppard. I
got the answer for you when you're done. Go ahead. I got the answer for you.
This thing has to happen right now. It's very much like what was going on in Golden State with Kuminga, where like they had the luxury because they were a good team. They had the luxury of Kuminga developing. I just don't think Kuminga got it, to be honest with you. I just don't think that he was. I don't think that upstairs it was there. With Reed Sheppard, I think you have the backcourt. I think you have the personnel that you can develop Reed Sheppard and still be good at the same time.
Okay, but hold on, chill. This is my point about this.
Sure.
Because what you're saying is some truth to it, but the problem with it is this is the objective to it. They drafted Reed Sheppard third as a necessity of what they needed. So him not being able to fulfill it and they're winning, it's almost like, I don't know if we can do that. You know what's probably going to happen now is they're going to draft another one because there's going to be a necessity that Reed Sheppard didn't feel. And now it's kind of like
draft another point guard.
Why not?
The year after you drafted another. Now, I understand if it's like Dylan Harper or somebody like that falls into your lap. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying, and obviously it can't happen. The reason why I'm against that is because once again, we're talking about development. You drafted a guy. It is your job to coach and develop him. On top of that, too, here's my thing. You guys have been asking me what's the avenue and all of this good stuff. First off, Reed's just played 38 games. And I'm saying that to say I believe that the avenue, exactly. My avenue, I don't think it's a lack of ability. I don't think it's a lack of shooting. I don't think it's a lack of skill. I don't even necessarily think it's a lack of mental processing. I think it's a lack of confidence and it's a lack of reps. I think Reed just needs more reps. I think he just needs more time. He needs the ball in his hands a little bit more.
Is he going to get those reps on a good team, though? That was kind of the question I was asking Chill.
Probably not, because he's probably going to lose.
Well, yeah, I think,
yes,
he's going to start playing better.
Yes,
so
right now he's only getting it because Fred is out. Fred is injured, so Aaron Holiday had to jump in, and now Reed is the backup to Aaron Holiday. He's still the third choice point guard right now.
Yeah, well, I'm
technically fifth because they give Jalen an amendable before they give it to Reed. So he's like the fifth choice point guard on the team.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you know the type of guy Ime Udoka is too, though. Ime Udoka, he's not really trying to play young guys. He trying to
get it. He plays them.
Well, yeah, but as of right now, Reed hasn't got it. So as Ime gets more confidence in Reed, I don't think he's going to have a problem rolling Reed out there, whether it's starting point guard, whether it's backup point guard, whether it's whatever the case may be. On top of that, is Fred you guys' long-term option?
No. I think they can get off Fred. It depends.
They're probably going to negotiate a re-signing with him, but obviously not for $40 million, just to see what he's willing to take. If it's anything crazy, they're going to say no because Jabari and Tari need extensions this offseason. But I believe depends on if the Rockets make the playoffs, and if they do make the playoffs, how they do. I expect the Rockets to try and get a star in this offseason.
Yeah, and they said,
Reed Sheppard is
that
getting
they will.
traded.
Okay, if that's the case, if you're talking about that type of win now situation, like not win now with the in-house guys, go out and get somebody. All right, Reed
will be in that trade package, and then we'll see if he can figure it out. But I wouldn't be if this. I've been saying this for a while. The two young players I think the Rockets are most willing to move off of are Reed and Cam. They're the two I think they're most willing to move off of, and then Jalen's contract, depending on how he closes the season. Those three are the only ones who I think they're willing to move. And Jalen is the only one who I think can save himself in terms of if he plays well to close the season and plays well in the postseason. I think Jalen will be there. They'll build with Jalen, Amen, Alpi, Tari, Jabari. But Reed and Cam are the two odd ones out, I think. And if they can attach them with a contract and some picks to get a star, I highly expect them to do that.
Mars. Also, I think if the Rockets make the playoffs and if Şengün doesn't play well in the playoffs, I think they get off of Şengün too. I think they get off, especially for a guard like Trae Young who doesn't need Şengün because Şengün is not going to be the guard for Trae Young. I mean, the big for Trae Young. And I'm saying the Rockets been saying this for the last 2 years. We've seen it. They want a star. They will do whatever they need to get a star. Trae Young is probably going to be available. He's no longer going to San Antonio. I don't know where else could he go.
Trae Young an Ime type of player?
No,
he can be.
I don't know, but fellas, we about to transition though. I got a $50 super chat from SMN RNDM, and this is what SMN had to say. I'm pretty sure I'm at the office, so I can't watch this. Not sure if y'all mentioned this, but in the last play, if Christie or Spencer Dinwiddie was Luka, he would have been slandered. Hoping for that same energy. 2 seconds and you let DeMar split you like Moses split the Red Sea. Fuck.
Oh, I thought it was somehow the Dinwiddie play where he ran into who did he run into? When there was like the half court shot. I can't remember who he ran into. But yeah, that wasn't great defense. But DeMar was on one last night.
But Mars, you look at the time going down like timing, that. Yes. DeMar spins baseline. Yeah, but you used to DeMar spinning
report. You know.
Yeah, but you used to the DeMar spinning off because I'm just saying because the time's going down. You're used to DeMar spinning off and either you're right pump faking or just jumping over the top of you. I think that gambled and went for the over the top. That was a nice move. Good footwork from DeMar.
DeMar gets all the credit for running the situation.
It's bad. It's bad discipline. It's bad discipline.
The clock's going down. Like there's no stats for this. There might be. I don't know the stats. If the clock's 3 seconds or below, 84% of the time DeMar's pump faking. 84%.
But see, Mars. I think this is the deal. I think DeMar watches a lot of film since he gets those shots a lot. Sure. I think he saw it on film that stepping through is an option. There's no way he's looking at all his shots and saying, "Damn, I could take this shot 30 times the next 30 times." Like, I think he's seen. Okay, they pump fake. They sit down, but they get relaxed. So let me step through. I think that shot was like instincts, but I think he was prepped to take that. Yeah,
I'm thinking that's an instinct thing from DeMar just playing ball, bro. Like I'm willing to go so far about that super chat though. I'm willing to go on the ledge and say Luka actually would have stopped that. Because he could have been playing such lazy defense, he wouldn't even have contested that shot, and DeMar would have thought and turned right back into Luka. He would have hit Luka, and it would have been a turnover. Luka would have got praise for that.
But I think DeMar seen that coverage so many times, and I think that since he's seen it so many times, he knows that it's either you're going to fall for his pump fake or the step through is going to be open. With the clock winding down, you got to be a hell of a defender to guard all three options: the jump shot, the pump fake, and a stay down again, and a step through. Hell no, that's tough.
DeMar's a master of his craft. Like I know, that's what I'm saying. DeMar, like I understand it. I've been very vocal about DeMar in the postseason, but anywhere 12 to 18 feet, yeah, he's mastered that area of the floor.
That's what I'm saying, and I feel like he can get any shot with anybody.
It's poetry to watch.
Yeah,
was that? I
don't think it was bad defense.
Was that the end of the third when he came down, hit those threes? Was that the end of the third?
Yeah,
I believe so. DeMar just chain snatching. But see, this all I was saying. This all I was saying when DeMar came through was that we finally got somebody over there that can go band for band with anybody. You know what I'm saying? In those third quarter runs, those beginning of the second, those runs where we need you to come get 4 or 5 buckets in 6 or 7 possessions. DeMar DeRozan is one of them dudes. He been one of them though. This ain't new. Like DeMar always been a bucket getter though.
That's a fact. Man, I think y'all been disrespecting DeMar DeRozan. I don't know why. He been getting disrespected a lot since Kawhi Leonard won that championship with the Raptors. Had that never happened, DeMar wouldn't be getting this disrespect. But since it did happen, it's just an avenue for everybody to just disrespect him. Disrespect DeMar. He not that good. He trash. He not that good. I'm like, bro, y'all crazy as hell. But
Zach LaVine gonna start making threes one day too. Then it's gonna get real.
he hit one yesterday.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes every game he gonna make one.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna go one for something, and sometimes all you just gotta do is see it go in. When it go in, now I found it. Now that might be it. That's all it took. And then Malik talking a little shit after the game. You know, that's all it takes sometimes.
I seen the Valanciunas Sabonis lineup that you was.
Oh yeah, hey, that was nice. That was nice. Hey, it's gonna be hard to rebound. You see all them offensive rebounds we was getting with them 2 Lithuanian boys down there.
Valanciunas fouled out in like 18 minutes, but like other than that,
that's what I like. That's what I like to see. We hitting it. We big there. All right.
He can do that though. I'm cool with Valanciunas fouling out as long as I got the bonus. I'm cool with that.
As much as we talk about it, I just don't like the fact that the NBA do Sabonis the way he do. This dude is fucking awesome, yo. You line up all of these.
He ain't even make the All-Stars a replace.
Damn the NBA.
You line up all of these dudes in the NBA and you ask him, yo, who do you not want to fight with? Hey, who do you not want to fight with? I bet you line up Bam and Anthony Davis, all of them dudes. They'll all say Sabonis having to fight with that dude every night.
Why didn't Sabonis take AD spot?
Because Kyrie got it.
Kyrie took it.
Yeah, but my thing is, why another guard? Why not just put a big?
This the thing. See, everybody don't want to be like, you know, this it's a popularity contest. It's high school. Everybody don't want to be one of the. Everybody don't want to be one of the cool kids. Y'all have your all-star. But y'all have your all-star game. Y'all do your thing, but we got work to do. We got way more important things than an all-star game. Way more important things to worry about than the All-Star game. We are fighting. Chill, but no, Jordan, our lives are on the line.
I was about to say that. I was just about to ask you,
damn that All-Star game. Y'all go to the city. Y'all have fun in San Francisco. We need to get better.
I was just about to ask you, Ox. Is Sabonis? Is he the dude that's dressed in all black with the golf kids? Is that who he is?
Man, come on,
with the black fingernail polish. Like no, nobody. He's super smart though. He ain't smart. He's super smart. Like you don't realize that the dude get all A's, and you're like, damn. He looked kind of weird, but the dude is super duper smart. That's who I feel like Sabonis is getting treated like.
I don't know. All I know is everybody don't want to be one of the cool kids. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, we just want to be low key and do our work. You know, so we got Domantas Sabonis being an all-star or not has nothing to do with our season. We need to win some basketball games. Well, we got 29 left. Well, we need to win about 20 of them.
29 games, y'all. We this season's coming to a wrap soon, y'all.
Right.
We got 2 months in this playoffs.
Look, if we don't go
damn near in the final stretch.
If we don't go 20-9, we in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
if we don't go 20-9, we in trouble. So we need to win basketball games. Damn that All-Star game.
Yeah. Good luck with that, Big Ox. And in the meantime, I got a super chat from Bill Smithers. Bill Smithers said, laugh out loud. How come you phonies aren't talking about Tatum today? ? Just admit you were waiting for the Celtics to lose so you could trash Tatum. He's stamped as a top 5 player, about to be 4 straight first-team All-NBAs. You silly geese.
Well, that topic came up because the one Tatum stand-up here brought it up. None of us actually brought it up. Chill started the conversation. So, no, we weren't waiting for anything. Chill randomly brought it up and we discussed it. And I still think everything I said about Tatum is still true. I stand on everything I said. But Tatum's looked good. Shout out to him. But
he looked very good.
And Mars, one more time, the one who up here?
The one Tatum stand.
What are you talking about, dude? I don't get it. I'm the one who's defending him all the time up here. Me. I'm the one who's always talking about Jason Tatum. I gotta listen to Ox talk to me about his lunch money getting taken and his eyes is $. Mars is telling me about how the dude is a great player, but I don't think he's this good. Chill thinks he's better than what he is, and I'm the one defending him all the time. What are you talking about? And the fact that I just saw him go for 40 against the New York Knicks, so he did that already. He averaged 37 a game against him this year. So what?
He turned around and got busy last night too. I was watching that third quarter
against Miami.
Yeah, he had 17 in the third quarter, I think. 17 or 19. It's cooking.
Yeah. One thing though, Chill, and thanks for Lego Rover in the chat for saying that. Chill, I haven't said anything about them silver dollar eyes in quite a while. It's been years since I said that. I've been supporting JT these past 2 seasons.
You just said about a month ago that sometimes I still see the dollar sign.
That's when Jimmy Butler come around. That's when Jimmy Butler come around.
Jimmy all the way on the West Coast now. He ain't got to worry about Jimmy no more.
That's different. That's different. That's Jimmy Butler. He gets shook up.
Which I think is interesting, Ron. Why aren't we talking about the Golden State Warriors right now? Like, what's going on with this crew and Jimmy fitting into this crew? Why aren't we talking about them right now? What kind of
look quite good?
In your estimation, Ron, when you watch this Golden State crew, like, what kind of noise you think they're gonna make? What kind of noise do you think that they can make?
I think they scary. Like Jimmy last night was picking apart the Bucks, and you guys know I watched that game because I'm a Bucks fan. Jimmy, like, we went to that little stupid zone that I hate. And they just put Jimmy in the middle of the zone, and he absolutely fried it. Mid-range buckets, making the right passes, getting hockey assists, passing to somebody, and that pass led to a wide open bucket. And Jimmy just looked very good.
Bro, the Warriors' problem been all year that they don't have any penetration. Nobody can get to the line and shoot free throws the way Jimmy Butler can. Like Jimmy Butler, he shot 14 free throws last night?
He averaging like 15 free throws a game.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that was the Warriors' problem. Like, you cannot rely on without Klay Thompson, and now you just got Steph over there. There's no way you're just gonna rely on their outside shooting. Like that thought process, I don't see how anybody thought that was gonna be. They needed penetration, and now you got somebody that can penetrate and dish the ball out at the same time. So I don't know, man. I've been saying I
good
said
when
earlier.
He has a competent teammate. That's
yeah. I said that.
Competence.
I said that earlier. I said it earlier on PC. I said, listen, Jimmy got to get over there. And Jimmy get over there, and it's time. It's time. Yeah, there we go.
Ron, and I'm going to say this really quickly. I know we got to move on. This Giannis injury is worse than what we think it is. They managing him well, but this thing is reoccurring. I promise you. This thing is worse than what we think it is.
Let's hope that's not the case. But I got a super chat from Dustin Hill. Dustin said the Lakers were desperate for a big at the deadline. Why would they trade for a big man they knew was significantly injured only to rescind? They could have just pivoted from Mark. They had time to do so. Buyout market is trash.
They didn't know he was that bad.
Williams was the apple of his eye. Mark Williams is the apple of the NBA's eye. That's why.
Is he?
Well, Mark Williams is good as hell if he's healthy. On a really good team too.
He's solid.
Yeah, Mars, I'm not talking about just on the Hornets. I'm talking about on a championship team.
He's solid. I'm standing on what I say. He's solid. That's what he is. He's solid.
Okay.
He cool.
Okay.
Cheese gifted 5 Players Choice membership. Shout out to Cheese for keeping the streak going. Cheese is blessing the streets with Players Choice memberships, so you guys should be grateful. I got another members chat from Anything is Possible. Anything said OKC has the best net rating of all time, by the way.
Yeah, there's 30 games to see if it can hold up. But yeah, right now they do.
New YouTube members. Tone became a new YouTube member. Chris Martin became a new YouTube member. Powder TCG became a new YouTube member. And Creative Bobby also became a new YouTube member. Salute to all of you guys for joining up. Appreciate y'all. And Robert Carr also sent through a members chat. He said SGA 0 for 3 or 0 and 3?
0 to 3 feet. 0 to 3 feet.
0 to 3 feet is shooting 0.776. And Tatum from 0 to 3 feet is 78%, according to B-Ball Reference.
Great. It's the same.
That's about chilling Mike's debate yesterday.
Yeah, but it's the same. 776 and 78.
Yeah, it's because Cho said Tatum. It's because Cho said Tatum was nearly 80% of the rim, so he's saying that they're basically the same thing. That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
If you look at within 4 feet, SGA is at 73%, and Jason Tatum's at 71%. So,
imagine that, a foot.
Yeah, it's crazy how a foot changes the percentage down.
Yeah, imagine that, 1 foot.
Hey, it sounds like Jason Tatum from 3 to 4 feet sucks.
Garbage, Mars. Trash. Put him at the rim, right next to the rim. Elite. Put him a foot away from the rim. Trash. Get Tatum off the floor.
Exclusive excellence with the members chat. Exclusive said, no cap, Luka looked mid as fuck. But at least he gonna play next game.
Yeah, he ain't
Octane.
The Jazz also look horrible, so I mean, it wasn't much motivation.
No, Jordan, don't do that. They didn't look horrible.
They were horrible.
Okay.
They
are. Yeah, we ain't even talking about Musa Diabate's 20 and 10. Yeah.
I think he only missed 2 shots last night, Mars.
Yeah, he got that contract. I'm telling you, man. My favorite big. We hooping.
Bro, I'm sick of Jordan Clarkson just coming down court shooting them pull-up threes like he at some type of Rico Hines workout. Bro, I'm like, it's a horrible ass team.
See who we play with?
Bro, that's a really bad team, bro. The shots that they take, I'm like, bro, god damn. That's a badass team, bro. Go ahead, Ron. Move on.
Baba sent through a members chat. Baba said, JT shooting 80% at the rim. Another lie town.
Mm-hmm. Even though we just got finished on that. Ron, I don't trust anybody that purposely wants to piss me off. Purposely. They said that. Like, imagine me saying to Jordan, I don't really have no logic for you. I'm just up here to purposely piss you off. Like, would you even deal with me?
Nah.
Exactly. If I'm just here to purposely piss you off, there's no reason for you to talk to me. None.
Jay sent through the super chat, and Jay said, do you think there will be a ripple effect in Dallas in terms of even if they have cap space, that players or marquee free agents might not come to Dallas?
No, I don't think
just because they traded Luka?
Yeah, I don't think players give a damn. The money good, Texas good. The money good, Texas good. They coming, and they ain't got to worry about no 2% body fat. They coming. Like, what Charles Barkley say? Them young boys is coming.
Oh God.
That's what Charles Barkley said. They come.
Context clues with the super chat said, Mars, do you think they should have took Castle instead? Also, nobody gonna talk about the Cavs versus Wolves game.
I mean, I think Stephon Castle was better than Reed, but pre-draft, I don't know if I would have said Stephon over
Stephon was a winner.
I'm not gonna have revisionist history. I can't remember what I said at the time. In hindsight, yeah, probably, but also Stephon Castle can't shoot either. We need shooting, so I don't know. And Anthony Edwards complains to the refs a lot.
All the time, Mars. Enough. Like, you can't play through contact. God damn, what you get? Hey, foul.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, he feeling himself too damn much, bro. That shit is annoying too. It's like, bro, all right, bro, you got to the Western Conference Finals. Now shut your ass up, bro, because now you feeling yourself. You talking crazy in the media. You talking crazy like, all right, bro. And I'm an Anthony Edwards fan, but your ass ain't done nothing, bro. Like, shut up, because you probably never get back again until you shut up. Focus, bro. Just focus.
I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying he complaining a lot.
Yeah, he do complain a lot, but shut your ass up, man, and just focus. I'm just sick of that. I don't like all that cocky. Yeah, cool. Shut up and dribble. Because we don't hear you complain about the refs. Bro, I'm tired of all that cockiness when you ain't did nothing. Just shut your ass up, bro, because that don't work out for people. That don't work out for people when they do all that talking and they haven't done nothing. They just do less every year that they talk. Run their mouth. They do less and do less. Then you get bounced the first round. Then you're going to still be talking. Then you don't make the playoff. And then just shut your ass up, bro, and do something. Damn.
I didn't know you felt this passionate.
Yeah, because that's annoying, bro. That shit is annoying. He talking all crazy in the locker room and shit, too. Like, bro, you not Michael Jordan. Shut your ass up. You ain't did nothing.
I mean, well, that's the thing. They keep telling him he's Jordan.
No, bro, you ain't did nothing, bro. You went to the conference finals one time. Be quiet.
I think
focus.
It was 40, but yeah, okay.
There you go. Fit Jones said, y'all catch that Unrivaled 1v1 tournament?
Hey, that shit is fire.
Hey, that's the best thing going on right now. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah. I seen on Twitter.
Who you think gonna win though?
She got smoked.
Aaliyah tore her ass up.
That's what I said.
But then what's her name? Rakia cooked Jackie.
Cooking.
I seen Skylar cooking De'Arc Ambry, which I mean that was going to happen.
I didn't see that. I didn't see.
And shout out to Shakira.
I know she.
Shakira.
If I had to put my money on somebody, chill. I'm putting all my money on Shakira.
Shakira ain't winning, Ron. Rakia more likely to win than
you don't think Nafisa gonna win?
I mean, yeah, probably so when you put it.
I wish
Yeah, come on, bro. She cold, bro. She cold. I've been saying.
Wait,
bro,
I just seen because I ain't see who Nafisa played again.
I don't know, but she cooked. I was asking my homeboy.
I just saw it yesterday. Oh yeah, it was Katie Lou. Yeah, that's right. Katie Lou. That's right.
Bro.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. She cooked Katie Fu.
Oh, okay. Well,
bro.
She got Rakia next. Nafisa,
she gonna cook. She gonna cook.
Now this the matchup. This the matchup.
Rakia,
I don't know, bro.
Rakia look good as hell, but she gonna get cooked. She gonna look good after
that has nothing to do with nothing, Jordan.
Zero.
She cold, bro. She cold.
She cold. She cold both ways.
Hey, y'all know what's also cooking. Y'all know what's also so that one might be the matchup of the week, but it actually might be second though. This other matchup is really about to be top tier. You got how you say her name? Arika Agumwale. Pretty sure that's how you say her name.
Arika.
Yeah, Arike. And y'all know what type of bucket she is. She done averaged like 24 for like the last 3 years. I think she led the league in scoring 2 years ago.
She got Skylar?
Yeah, she got Skylar.
Skylar, yeah.
So Arike Agumwale versus Skylar, that's about to be insane.
I mean, how much y'all want to bet? I think Nafisa gonna win the whole thing. It's no way.
I'm not betting against Nafisa.
It's no way, bro. She is too damn good, bro. Like, it's no way she losing to nobody.
Bro,
like,
she could definitely lose to Rakia, but if anything, it'll be Arike to have to catch her because she not gonna be able to stay in front of her.
I'm not betting against Arika.
She like Maya Moore, but Nafisa like Maya Moore, bro.
In this one-on-one, especially with the forwards that they got in this one-on-one, these forwards that can handle the ball, that can shoot the ball and everything, it's anybody can win this, bro. Anybody can win this.
Yeah,
because these are mobile. These are forwards that are extremely mobile, so they can play one-on-one with these guards. They just got to keep some distance and just bank on them to miss a jump shot. And after that, now they at their mercy. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say,
like what's her name? Skylar can't guard Nafisa. Skylar can't guard Rakia. Skylar can't guard Shakira. They're all too big. Aaliyah gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they can get them to miss a shot or two, it's over.
I just want to say this before we move on, Ron.
What's up,
Angel? I know y'all talking about Angel Reese in the chat. Angel Reese can't do no wrong in my eyes. I'm just let y'all know that.
What about when she do wrong?
I don't see it.
Hey, so tonight on True TV or on Max, depending on where you're at, the second round of these one-on-one tournaments will resume. Jewel Lloyd plays against Ray. You got Azura Stevens against Shakira Austin, Nafisa and Rakia. We talked about that. Ryan Howard, Courtney Williams. It's gonna be some good games.
Ryan Howard versus Courtney Williams.
Yeah. Hey, Satu versus Dejanay Carrington. Hey, I know where I'm gonna be at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. I know exactly where I'm gonna be.
Wait, Satu and Dejanay together?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a fire game though. I think Dejanay gonna win that.
I got Satu.
Hey, you think Angel going to All-Star weekend?
Yes.
All right, we got a super chat from LaFlame. LaFlame said, got tickets to the Lakers.
I'm putting that on, boy.
Got tickets to the Lakers Celtics game at the Garden, but after the Luka trade, the prices went way up. Do I sell or do I go, chat? Chat, I'm gonna run a poll.
It depends on if you want to watch basketball or not. Do you want to watch basketball or making a bit of money? It's up to you.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on where those seats are and when you bought those seats, because you could definitely triple up. I would say sell them tickets
and find a sports bar. You'll be straight.
I'd rather watch the game in the comfort of my own home. You can go to the arena and deal with the crowds and the traffic and all that stuff.
No, but it just depends on how your money looking though. If you know what I'm saying, if you good, you don't need it, man. Go have fun, enjoy yourself. Especially if they're good seats. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy yourself. But
all right, I'm running a poll right now, chat. Let's give my man LaFlame some support. You guys let us know what you would do. Would you go to the Lakers at the Celtics in the Garden, or would you sell your tickets for a high price? Go to the poll, help my man out. All right, we got another super chat from DSG Piccolo. He said the Hornets need to take lessons from the Blazers on how to sell a lemon. Mark Williams, a hoopty at 25. He was playing recently too. Crazy.
He's 23, actually.
Yeah,
a 23-year-old hoopty.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
what lemon did the Blazers get off of?
Dame
wasn't a lemon.
Dame was not a limit. Let's chill out on that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. CJ Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic. I was gonna say Nurkic is
Nurkic,
okay. But you got DeAndre Ayton. So we
all
got Tamani in that trade too. So
my man Tyler Tuttle became a YouTube member. Or Taylor, my bad, Taylor. Taylor Turtle became a YouTube member. Shout out my man Taylor Turtle. Oh, oops.
Close enough.
And then Tyron Flawless Wiggins sent through a members chat and said Barkley was right about them young boys. Pause.
Okay. He was talking about Nurkic.
And then there was another super chat from DSG Piccolo. DSG said, speaking of the broadcast, Tom Haberstraw.
Yeah.
Haberstraw said the players miss games the players miss 40% of the games in Denver. Star players. He says Scoot a better passer and defender.
Then Anthony, yeah. His defensive improvement has been really good to see because Scoot was terrible last year.
He had no idea how to read. He had no idea how to navigate around screens. His anticipation was awful, terrible.
He was fouling way too much last year as well. Yep. So he's improved. And I have liked his passing. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Scoot. But yeah, like I keep saying, Blazers broadcast by far the best in the league, man. By far.
Mm-hmm.
Love watching Blazers games.
Powder TCG said, did he not fail his medical? Laughing my ass off. Aren't all trades subject to players' fitness during a medical?
Not all of them, because
rescind trades,
right? Because like I said, I don't remember, but now it's coming back to me. I mean, Bill Walton failed his physical. Red Auerbach said we're doing it. He said it.
It's just a reason for them to quit on it. Like they do it all the time. It's
Mars, you talked about you talked about the Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving trade. I mean, 100% Kyrie Irving, not Kyrie Irving. I'm sorry. Isaiah Thomas had a hip problem, and that's why Danny Ainge got off of him. As a matter of fact, and they found out how bad it was.
The last trade that I think got rescinded because of a failed physical was when the Nuggets tried to trade Bobo to the Pistons. Bobo failed his physical and the Pistons declined the trade. That was like,
bro, what the hell is wrong with Bobo, Mars? What the hell is wrong with him? Because I've been saying this. I've seen Bobo in the G League. Like I've seen Bobo when he was in the G League, and I was saying it gotta be something wrong with his conditioning as far as his heart. They must don't believe that he can play for a long time because they never play him for a long time. And when they do, he don't play the next game.
He does have a motive.
He does. It has to be something wrong with his heart or something like that. Because it's no way a guy that talented just don't play.
Like his physical heart, not his intangible heart.
No, his physical heart. It's physical heart. Okay. It got to be his physical heart. I seen him in the G League. I seen him when he first was in the G League. I seen his first game. He was playing with the Windy City Bulls. I was like, what did this man? Bro, they only played him like 15 minutes, bro. He probably had like 6 blocks in 15 minutes. Probably 12 points, bro. I'm like, it's no way. Bobo mean as hell too, though. One of my guys tried to ask him for an interview, and he just looked at him like,
he ain't want to do an interview. Hey, shout out to my guy Bobo, man. Don't do that interview.
Hey, but interview. I don't know what the hell is wrong with Bobo, but people just don't play him.
I think one of the major reasons was his motor coming into the NBA. He had a motor issue. Like people didn't think that he played hard enough.
He didn't play that much in college, too.
Well, he played at Oregon.
He had that foot injury.
Yeah. He played at Oregon. He didn't play that much, but he played enough where people saw him. And in fact, what is he, 7'2", 7'3", something like that?
7'2".
Yeah, 7'2", and he had a motor issue. Like he didn't play hard all the time. Scouts question whether or not he really wanted to play. The way he played the game. I mean, I can appreciate your logic, Jordan, about, is there something physically wrong with him?
There's something physically wrong with him.
So if it was something physically wrong with him, where this, because to your point, you're talking about the heart. I mean, that could be something serious. Like we don't want to play with that. Why would teams want to invest in something like that? Because if that was something that was that bad, teams wouldn't want to bother with that.
I don't know. But I do know around the time around Bobo coming in the league, I'm surprised they even let him in the league if that's the issue, because they wouldn't let nobody in the league who had a heart problem. Like nobody. Right. Like if you had a heart, they just now start opening it up. Like Bronny, Jared Butler was one of them too that they allowed to doing that, but they wouldn't let nobody come in the league with a heart problem. But I don't know what the hell's wrong with Bobo, but they do not like they just don't play him no longer than 8-10 minutes sometimes. I know the other day he played like 30, but he ain't played the next game.
Would it be, and you've actually said this before, Jordan, would it be because of matchups? Because teams do that. Like they'll play you one game and then the next game, especially if you're a rotation player, you just ain't good enough. You don't work for what we're doing tonight.
He's been on 4 teams, right? They all been doing the exact same thing with him. So I don't know. No, I don't know, man. This is really hard, man. This is really, really hard to figure out. And it's like they keep giving him a chance too. They don't pay him. They pay him like a minimum, but they giving him a chance to do it all over again. And teams get excited too. It's like, we got Bobo. It's like, so he's not even gonna play.
All right, y'all. Tupac Westside with the super chat. Mr. Westside said AD might need to look into yoga. It could really help him like it did Kareem.
So he need to turn Muslim too? That probably help.
The year that Olajuwon got more into his faith, that's the year that they won the NBA championship.
Yeah, it is. Man, Olajuwon had some problems though. He was playing with that nose, so he had to turn it around.
Darren Foss said Tubbs looked like a sloth last night in LA. Nico might have been right. Who's Tubbs?
Luka
Doncic.
That's his.
His
name is Tubbs.
Tubbs.
Shout out Tubbs.
Teletubby.
That's he. Shout out Tubbs. MP13 said Mars. How many games is closing the gap between Denver and OKC?
I mean, they're 9 back right now. If they get it to like 5, if it's a 5-game gap, I'd be very surprised.
Well, he was 14 games out of first place in what was the year he was in 6? Was that 22? That was the year. Yeah, they were 14 games out of first place when he won the league MVP that year. And I think
that was the year the Suns won 64, right?
Yeah, 65 games they won that. 65 games they won that year. And he was 14 games out of first place. So, I mean, closing the gap, I think it's going to be harder. But, Ron, I know how you feel about Joker because I think he's the best player in the game. I won't ever argue that right now. I won't. But to be honest, I mean, what Shea is doing, if Shea didn't win it this year, I don't think he'll ever win it. Ever.
Yeah, well, we'll see, y'all. That's the good thing about time is time will tell and we will see. But in the meantime, I do want to shout out a couple things. First off, download the PrizePicks app, use promo code panel, and you will get $50 instantly when you play just 5. Also, tomorrow, playback, Trae Young in the Garden. Should be a good time. Y'all be there or be square. And also, last but certainly not least, PCL, baby. It is coming up in March. Y'all see it is the March Madness PCL, which means we will have 32 contestants all competing for one cash prize. Well, multiple cash prizes, but all competing for the belt in first place. We'll see if you guys can dethrone Mars and who really out there can debate and really talk hoop, unlike Mike. But here's the thing, y'all. We need a couple new roster spots, and we're looking for some new wild cards. So if you want to participate, if you got what it takes to go toe-to-toe with Chilltown, if you got what it takes to knock off Big Ox, if you got what it takes to yap with Swiper and Pin, scan this QR code and enter to join right now. All right, y'all, we got a couple more super chats, so let's see what the people talking about right now. My man, Tyler Turtle said, why do you guys feel like
who?
Tyler Turtle said, who do you guys feel like have the best shot to beat the Thunder come playoff time?
On a scale from 1 to 10, Mars, 10 being the best, 1 being garbage. Where is Ron? Where is he?
Yo,
he's so far away from the scale. Like, it's not
we're supposed to be talking about Taylor Turtle's.
Yeah, I got Dallas is the team with the best chance to me.
I think the Nuggets, but
oh yeah, Denver.
I said Denver, and the Lakers too. By the way, not the Lakers, but
more Denver.
I damn near got to switch to Dallas. Part of the reason was because of AD.
Yeah,
because of AD. So yeah, I would go with that.
I would say Denver, Ron. Off the strength of how much better they playing. We already know who Joker is. How much better him and Russ play off each other. I would have to say Denver.
Memphis.
Okay,
ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, okay.
All right, y'all stay asleep. They number 2 for a reason.
I'm snoring on them dudes.
They number 2 for a reason.
And just so you know, Ron, just so we clear, Ron, 3 years ago they was the number 2 seed, bounced in round 1. Like
who did they lose to?
The Lakers. Bounced out in the first.
Who did they lose to?
Bounced.
LeBron and Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers, yeah.
Now it's LeBron and Luka. They probably gonna get their ass tore up again.
Let's see. We got another super chat from MP13. He said Luka looked good for 270 pounds. Alcoholic slob.
Yeah.
He wasn't. Now again, Ron, he wasn't great, but he looked like Luka. He did. He just wasn't as much of a
Lamar Odom was on coke and looked better, so I give him more credit.
Yeah, what's up with y'all?
He was on that diesel, Ron.
Yeah,
he was on that diesel, Ron.
That's 2 references in
Dream.
5 minutes.
That's just like Dream.
All right.
Dream was having nightmares with that
Dream
joint.
was not on that. He was not on that diesel.
Yo,
you crazy.
Not on that diesel.
Mad Max Sports Talk said, so every player could just be taught the NBA game?
No, because if every player could be taught the NBA game, we wouldn't have bust. That's not what we were talking about. No. There are players who just don't have the skill set. They don't have the IQ to understand the game. But there are guys who do. And it's your job as an organization. When you draft somebody, it's your job to get the most out of whomever you drafted. That's your job. And if this guy is only this, it's your job to get that out of them.
All right. Cool Joe sent through a super chat or a members chat, and he said Memphis just got beat by OKC. Stop it, Ron. Yo, Fujo. OKC to beat everybody.
They went in the Madison Square Garden. They went in the Madison Square Garden, I think last week, 2 weeks ago, and got curb stomped. Ja was in the lineup. Jaren Jackson Jr. was in the lineup.
Well, I'm saying like the question was who has the best chance? Like not who's gonna beat him, who has the best chance?
I like Denver, to be honest with you, in the West. I can't bet against Joker. I can't do it. Not when if they playing them.
Hit him up. Said glad we ain't get Levine. Jimmy better. My free throw merchant.
Jimmy been great. I seen them use Jimmy like he was Draymond last night. Jimmy setting the screen, Draymond playing the dunker spot. It was very weird. But yeah, you have another guy who can make decisions, score, get to the free throw line. It's a great fit. Jimmy just knows how to play basketball.
And then they get him in the one-on-one, and Jimmy just gets right to it.
Great player.
I like it.
Mike said I cook chill and everyone knows it. Ask Mars.
Ask me.
Mars?
Of course. Of course.
Mars, yes or no?
I ain't watch all of it because I got bored. I definitely don't think Mike cooked.
Mars.
But
yes or no?
No, I don't think Mike cooked chill.
No, not this yes or no. The other yes or no.
Superchats one.
All right. Mike Valley Productions said Mike Valley is over Mike, greater than Mike, better than Mike. Well, Mike Valley Productions, I expect you then to sign up for the PCL as well. We can have 2 mics in there. We can have the bum Mike, and then we can have Mike Valley. See you soon. All right, another super chat from Grandpa Town. Grandpa Town said, I'll even come to San Francisco to 1v1 goofball.
Remember remember this was the dude in playback? Yeah, so he came on my live this morning, and turns out he's Serbian, and he's going over it turns out he's Serbian, and he was talking about teams. I can run down the teams that I play for. No, you didn't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Absolutely not. Meanwhile, he couldn't tell you in a 4-5 pick and pop what the 5 does. He couldn't tell you that.
Damn, Grandpa Town,
because he says he's 6'9".
Different words in Serbian. That's why.
Here's the difference, though, Mars. He said he's 6'9".
He might be.
Yeah, he said he's 6'9", and he plays the 3 and some of the 4.
Chill. Well, it's Grandpa Town, so maybe he's just he lost a couple things. His memory might not be as sharp.
Shout out to Grandpa Town.
Well, I mean, Grandpa Town, if you do pull up to San Francisco, bring your kicks,
please.
You 6'9", just stay away from me.
One buddy said, quote unquote, JT #1 in isolation, Liontown in full effect.
Go do your homework.
Philip Redford said 2.much. Lakers.
Ron, it's 2, period. Much, period. Lakers, period. Ron, if you say gourmet one more time, I swear. If you say gourmet one more time, I swear. We're going to have a thought. I swear.
My bad. I'll work on pronunciating my T's or not pronunciating my T's.
Pronunciating.
Gourmet.
I'm off it, Mars. I'm sorry, Mars.
Hit him up. Said Kyrie first option hoops finna get wicked.
I mean, Kyrie's been playing like garbage as first option, but whatever.
I think that's what he meant.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
but I don't know. He might have meant the other way.
Yeah, if it's the other way, that's crazy. He's been playing like straight garbage lately. But
Pitt Jones said those oysters gonna have you shitting guts for days.
Easy. I don't eat seafood.
I don't eat oysters, but I heard actually another thing about the oysters and the guts, but I don't know. I'm not gonna bring it up.
It's good food in San Francisco. I don't know if you ever been there before, but it's good food.
We'll see.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm not gonna.
All right, bro.
See what happens?
Yo, Jordan, I see you in San Francisco, dog. Yo, Cujo said, quick question. Is Aaron Wiggins developing in front of our very eyes, or is he on an extreme heater?
I don't know. He just good. Like, he just fits in where he gets in. Cuts, catch and shoot threes, driving closeouts, getting to the basket, transition. Like, he just finds way to be productive. It's not like you're gonna give the ball to Aaron Wiggins and say go get a bucket. But like, even then, sometimes when Shai's not in the game, sometimes they do be like, hey, Aaron Wiggins, go do something. And he can get to the rim, spin moves, counters, and stuff.
I'm gonna say this about Aaron Wiggins. I'm gonna say the same thing I said about Trey Murphy. Aaron Wiggins gonna get one of them niggas traded. It might be Kaysen, it might be Lou. It's probably not gonna be Jay Will, but it's all right. He too good. Nice. He too good not to start.
55th overall pick, by the way. So I'm just saying you can't get some.
Hey, now, but then again, Ron, he about to get paid too, though. He about to get paid.
Yeah, he is. Well, no, he just signed an extension for $48 million. 3 years for $48 million.
Okay.
They extended him before he ascended, so they smart. They
still. All right, man. Well, we'll catch you guys again tomorrow. This weekend, we will be in San Francisco eating oysters and having a good time. So y'all get ready for the seafood. In the meantime, catch y'all tomorrow.
Later. Yeah.